Wait, okay, this works. Okay. Hello? Hopefully I'm like actually live. That'd be fire. We finally have the real crew match. And Victor is subbing in because Derwin's unavailable. Oh lord. I like the my favorite pickups for this team in general is the Jonah P pickup for Sen, and you'd argue Jerwin probably. And then for the side of crew, I really like Sadak especially. And I watched Dante before. This is a good start though. This is also the first time I've seen Jonah not in like not with like the guard core, which is kind of depressing, Loki. It's a tech pause. Oh, while we're here, let me also route the browser audio.
Practicing since the dawn of time, got to boot camp with all the top teams in Santiago and
There's probably no audio for a little bit. This is my bad.
Also, an interview with Sadak has mentioned that it doesn't really matter if we were able to get like a 4-month break, be in LA in early March to get ready for this day.
So the good news is we finally get to see the good, like the new, like the actual crew roster.
Everybody familiar also on the stage.
So real.
A brand new roster.
That's like the great news. The bad news is they're facing like a Sen team who are probably like super hungry, you know?
From NW0 to Sadak to even Silence and Less in different teams in past 2025. So now it's to see, okay, now we have our defined roles going to this onto the stage into the Americas. And
so I would have been live earlier, by the way. I just forgot to like do some things before I did go live. Like I forgot to make rice, and then I forgot to grab a package outside my house. And then I just had to go to the bathroom like really bad.
Heard the names MW0, Silence obviously from last year, and Dante. And they've all been projected as these could be the players. Imagine if all three come online at that time for them, if they do find that footing, because we've seen those glimpses.
So I'm just hoping this pause doesn't last too long.
The guidance of Sadak last
so kind of depressing.
Status, it could easily be a thing in a mountain that they can reach the top of. Right now,
I won't be able to stream all games. I would love to. If both these are 2-0s, I think I can do it. If they're like, if it's like one map is quick, oh, it's just a long tech pause. No, GG, we're fucking cooked.
Kickoff was definitely a pretty bad performance from me and the whole team. I don't deny that at all. Lots of things that we learned though, for sure, and we're gonna take that and improve for stage 1. I mean, considering how like the point system is, like we really gotta lock in for the rest of the year. Kickoff was
just a frame one tech pause. Like, yeah, that's fire.
Like slip up that we can make. We can't make any more slip ups, but we're gonna take that on the chin and move on for sure. I could have definitely performed better, but I'm excited to show off what I could do in stage 1.
And we can see Sen, even Redux there, hold himself to pretty high regard. Maybe did show shaky the first-ish game, but played a pretty balanced score throughout the rest of his games. Knew that there was a change that needed to be made there. And he's somebody that can definitely see the bigger picture in the situation.
Yeah, and although somebody like Redux or John Cutie were putting up some good numbers during kickoff, overall, though, the result was they still wanted to go to Chile. They still wanted to go play at Masters. They also still want to qualify to Ever International like last year, but also do better in the runs, which is why you have Ewok joining this roster now.
Right. Coach Ewok.
Oh, Ewok's actually okay. I should say Ewok's gonna be a really good pickup. I forgot that's also like coaching wise. That's actually a great pickup to have is Ewok, because Ewok took a break post RRQ stint, and I actually really trust Ewok. From what I've seen.
As the players and coach, that they're a brand new team, a brand new core. Not really a core actually if you look at the roster now.
Ewok can have a lot of work to do. Is like the only real thing, but I think he can handle all that work.
They have an opportunity to do so with a brand new, all new crew Visa roster that are not tested yet. So it'll be a great test for both of these teams.
I can't wait to see it. We are almost set with this tech pause for the gear, but we do have something from Sadak and Les, as they've been away from the VCT Americas stage for a few years, but they have had a massive impact during their time here. Check this out.
Sadak and Les, I had such a respect for them and for their career. They being back here in the Americas region, it's gonna be like nostalgia for a lot of people, even for me.
Todo mundo sabe que eles são players excelentes, os caras já foram campeão mundial. Os caras já chegaram numa final de loquinho, os caras já ganharam um VCT Americas. Então todo mundo sabe que os caras são realmente players muito bons.
I'm glad that, you know, those two are back together. They've definitely been like my idols when I was coming up in this game. Sadak, I mean, he's been an amazing caller.
Oh yeah, Les Sadak?
And, you know, he's taken me down a lot personally as well.
I totally forgot they were like the actual squad is just back together.
When we faced me and Sadak, I can confidently say that he smoked me. He was way better. A lot of people, including me, looked up to him as an IGL, as a leader.
He's always been that fun IGL that throws random comps on random agents out there, and it works a lot of the time that he does it. So he's not really like die hard on the meta, and I think that kind of makes it entertaining to watch for fans and pros.
Les, I mean, this guy was just the movement demon, the aim god back then. People said it was less movement because he was the one that actually game changed a lot of this stuff back then.
Last time I played
Wow.
him, obviously, insane. He was like a top 5 player at the time, hands down. Back then, he used to play like the kind of like the Sentinel Lurk Viper role.
Oh yeah, one team I want to watch is Envy, because they have a guy who plays
You
never want to share your superstar Yoru and Yoru only. So it's like, what does he do now, right? The one clip I saw was him on Harbor. That's new wave? Is that new wave for him?
The brain, everything. I know Sadak probably didn't have the best experience on Carmine Corp, like results-wise, but you know, I definitely know that as an individual, you'll want to come back to Americas with vengeance, blood.
Beautiful, Sadak.
They're world champions for a reason. They're very smart. They were innovators in the Valorant meta at one point, so they can do it again.
Volver acá a América realmente es una sensación un tanto peculiar porque es nostálgica.
Oh fuck. Wait, I just like muted all the audio. This is my bad. Give me 1 second, chat.
Eu sempre estive muito dentro da parte tática da Loud, e na Vitality eu já não fiz muito essa parte, que me deixava muito frustrado algumas vezes com a crew. Eu sinto que eu vou conseguir esse espaço de volta, porque o Sadak sempre abriu esse espaço para mim fazer parte do tático e ajudar ele nessa questão.
Okay.
Es una persona que yo la entiendo y me entiende cómo yo quiero jugar, que es lo más importante. Entonces estar juntos realmente es algo que creo que nos va a beneficiar mucho a ambos.
Ele estava procurando um braço direito para ser o capitão, ter alguém ali, então meio que nós dois estávamos procurando um ao outro. Eu fiquei
The infinite tech pause, Chichi.
Destino, sabe? Espero que a história seja escrita de novo.
Always nice to have Sadak and Les here back on the stage in the Americas, and yeah, definitely looks like for Les, he's able to be a little bit more vocal and for them to work together and to work this meta. The interesting thing though is that Zelsis in that video was mentioning how it was so cool to see Sadak think outside of the box, these new comps, crazy comps that was pulling out here. For example, the Ascent that we saw in that replay, and also what he brought out over at KC when he was trying it on that side over with Eng. This time around though, things look a little bit more tame. If you're looking at the composition right now with this Neon Fade Vise double controller, quite simple. Thank you for your patience, by the way, as we head back in the game. But I understand that this is going to be a nice period of adjustment for a lot of these teams, especially with the Euro nerfs. And also on the defensive side, the macro is going to be very important for the IGLs to just make sure that you plug the holes at the right spots and have the right protocols for the retakes too, because you don't have a Euro that could TP instantly to support a strong side on a site.
Victor able to call this anti-strat over here. Crew looking to blast through the wall and see if they can get anything, but Sock still able to squeak through. Marshall picked up here on the backside. That's going to activate Sentinels to head right into the C site. The knowledge is there. The Silence is hearing this on Vise just on the other side of the wall, and they're ready to explode back in.
Tough part, though, is that the one watching the flank could get one-shotted. It's Cortezia. Sadak's trying to close that gap with the Marshall. If he falls down, things are looking good for the retake for Crew.
He's got distance, too. They're going to be stuck in the back of the site. The slide in from Dante, starting to break the crosshairs, break the ankles. A few of the Guardian shots able to be traded back, but it's not enough. Crew says, wait, you got first round? We'll take the second round. And the play they had was over at A, Vans. They still make it work.
Is it tech pause into an eco? Are we for real?
Also is
I actually just missed it.
The IGL position. An Argentinian IGL getting to represent an Argentinian roster organization as well.
Feel good.
And those are definitely going to be kills that feel good.
And those are just good shots.
So both rounds as well, Crew has just gone all the way around.
Okay, so how do you respond?
Gotten to the backside. Well, why not? Gain the space. See what
Three sheriffs? Three sheriffs on a bandit? Honestly, could do damage here.
Because you're playing Cortezia on this veto.
If someone bought an outlaw, or I guess,
watching the flank,
yeah, if they had an outlaw or something, maybe it could farm. But you probably wouldn't buy one anyways.
So again, Cerebral, you have to think on your toes, and that's 2 rounds down to actually flanking and getting value.
I'm kind of glad Lotus plays the same, just with like more and better angles to deal with. I like the sole fact that it's like,
they don't want to give it away too quick if he's not making
the map I think was good.
A pause here.
It wasn't amazing, it was just good. Okay, so there goes your Viper. So your control is gone here.
I think he tipped him through the side of the wall there.
And an eye's gonna confirm. Maybe no one here, but like it's gonna confirm that. So I like this though. Just creep up onto here. I think the only thing is Vine stop you, Viper wall stops you. So it's like kind of cooked.
The good news is that you could still satchel in Omen TP.
So they have to fight through this anyways. But ooh, wait.
With trades. That's a blue
oh, actually, it was a good idea to use the whatever it's called. The oh my god, I should know what it's called. The Veto E. I just forgot what it's called. The orb to try to destroy the close vines. Someone just shot it because it's 1 HP basically. Redux, you're looking for damage here. You got one gun out of there, but it's chill.
Kind of react around the action. They are showing themselves.
We'll have to play ads at halftime.
Quite often though for Crew, they're forcing down these line of sights and not really trying to play trap players or whatnot. They're
oh, you're just like a raw swing.
Like that, you know,
yeah, that's chill.
The weaponry between Sadai.
So it should be John Cutie leading again, right?
Do there towards that A site. That said, this is a great opportunity.
I heard John Cutie
start working the map a little bit more. Remember when?
And Jonas should also be probably punching a little bit sometimes with some add-ons, and we're gonna see Jonah on the Odin. Oh fuck! Are they just turning him to Brock? I mean, on this map, sure.
Now you have an
that's interesting.
They're starting with aggression on this A side though, and the small tech.
Because you can TP there because this is the default smoke on defense. You TP into here so that this eye doesn't spot you in particular.
So good. And they're trying to take the space.
That's actually a cool idea. It does use a smoke early, but I feel like it's fine. Oh my god, it's just a huge crunch. 12 drops in this fight. It's on good timing. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, Dante.
An initiator to find.
That's still crazy that he was able to slide away to safety while the door closes.
I thought Dante was gonna die getting spammed while in Lamali for like half a second, basically.
That said, though, it's calm things
that was actually so cool.
And it almost seems that the trap play was a nice idea for Crew. What was missing was that wall was up for just a tad too much longer, so that the paranoia didn't get too much value there from Sadak, from tree into rubble. So it gives a chance for Sentinels now to just reset.
So this is the response.
30 seconds left, they're committing to A.
Pause on noise. The issue is like walking into the T. Because I guess they're also worried about, since their Vito's dead, they're worried about the Vice. I could like walk up somewhere here, which is fine. And then the response back is, I mean, We can see it, but if they took up this lane, it might have been easier. This might be more open for them.
Dante almost had 2 free kills, but you have
Nice, just
some
open. Yep,
very,
there it is.
very injured Sentinels players in the tree room.
Oh, they walk right into the Odin. It's going to be 1-for-1. Another trade, though, comes through. Great job by Redux to find 3 on the round. 16 HP. Les basically has another person to fight with the spike being down here.
I mean, you're just going to wait this out.
Yeah. He makes all the moves.
This is on a save, maybe?
Very nice for Sentinels to recuperate in that round.
Gives the stops from
Exits.
Gets the damage.
You won on this. Wow, okay, that's good.
They get out 4.
Well played.
4K on the Omen. That said, the choice to refight 4 crew back towards that tree room was actually decent, because Sentinel still had some good stalls with the smoke towards that front side of the A site. Look at that, just unlucky.
That is just so cool. That is actually a spectacle to look at.
To Redux, who got a 4K at the end of the round after that. Imagine
the result.
Exactly. Would have been a whole different story. But they're able to prevail for Sentinels. They went to face back on the ones that were opening the door, played a 3 versus 2, played the numbers advantage to their favor despite the health. And the fundamentals already there, at least, for a brand new, fresh roster around Sentinels as well.
Yeah, that was really cool.
It's interesting, because, like, to counter, I guess, to maybe counter potential eyes or, like, just, like, early fights, this is Redux's smoke here. One, he's TPing into it to get a little ahead, and the team can just explode through. I think it's really interesting. I don't know if that's, like, amazing. Oh, ate the flash.
To see if he comes through on a defensive position again.
You need to force this wall, though. They use the smoke here, no?
Trying to bait out the first wave, but they haven't really contested that wall.
Yeah, and you do the exit smoke on C.
They haven't gone too much.
Also, this is just really good because, again, there's no crossfire. The only crossfire is like maybe this person looks and then has spam, right?
Yeah.
But you're swinging into this area.
Play hip and hip here. This is what the pistol round.
So they know second smoke is gone. They have to reclear this. They should have Fade Eye or something, or Prowler. Or they're just going to own spam the fuck out of it. Ooh, that's actually perfect bait. Oh, there's blind no follow-up. It's unlucky. Good. Wow.
What a snapshot for the second one. He takes
that's just fast as hell.
into his own hands.
Dante keeps control in response, or you're just gonna hit C.
The left side of the map.
Yeah, it's just unlucky. It's unlucky when you like are an aggro TP or like that. Just shit just happens like that.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Dante coming out of nowhere here, thinking they can just execute on
I mean, Jean could maybe just run A and try to grab the Odin. Right? Or at least like hope they didn't grab the Odin too, and just grab the Odin for himself.
But they can't get control of the map.
Yeah. But we talked about slow runs and defaulting here for Sentinels and what they want to try to do. Getting stolen on that C side.
Is that the angle you go for?
First place was a little bit difficult, but they had the right idea on the mid round to try to re-clear towards this side. Prowler was still had 1 left available, and I love the position from crew. They baited out the Prowler to not give Dante's position away, and that's 2 free kills with that judge. You have nothing left here to retake.
Should do. Hold on.
Re-go towards that C site.
Let me pin this message.
You already see the vibes coming back here from Sadak. Already cheering someone like Dante, who hasn't had the best of starts going into his rookie year last year.
Yeah.
But now he gets to get reunited with Zonic, by the way, and back then, when he was playing in like Challengers and going into Ascension, I'm even thinking back towards the All Knights days. He was actually one of the players that was talked about the most as like a kick-ass neon that could really change the game here for our team. And this is the perfect moment right now before we go into anything else in terms of patch changes for the duelists.
Over and in.
Victor just gets shut down by silence on the double satchel. In response, also because this double like push up forward, this double TP forward. Tether won't confirm it, but now they're just stuck there. Forces Jonah and Jockey to swing, and then just collapse. Wow, Redux, nice shot.
And they're gonna swarm Redux here.
Oh my god.
I think they are. He's a bandit though, apparently. Les puts the final touches.
Abandoned message is actually like insanely nice to have.
In these rounds.
He did mention during the Sentinels podcast, though, that it doesn't really matter if Waylay and Yoru are nerfed. He can pretty much play anything and make it work, and with any weapon as well. What a shot! Boing! Oh, that was insane.
Such a good shot.
Another young fragger there in silence.
Yeah.
Honestly, Dante's really good already. Okay, I'm playing an ad. I'm gonna play an ad real quick. 1 minute.
Early timeout. by Ewok to call.
So I'm getting notified about ads. I just forgot to like disable them, or at least like do them before we started here. I'll try to get another minute at halftime, and if not, just a minute 30 at 2 maps, or at least like 3 minutes.
Pull smoke or trying to play around that and bait the walls. There's still too much util around that it still stays up. You saw the razor vines that weren't broken, and if they made it through, there was still the Fade Seas that was already rotated across from MW0. So Sentinels now, I feel maybe the first hand, if they really want to try to bait that wall, maybe have some of those deeper smokes into that seaside cross potentially, so that you could really cover up the water, cover up the bend, and then get that step 1 done. Because if not, Crew has free reign of knowing where the action's going to be and putting their positions in the right places, the players in the right places, to stuff every attempt so far that Sentinel's trying to take here over on either sites.
Sadak is just hungry. He seems starved for info. Not that he's not getting it, he just wants more constantly. Like, instant, can we move up a little bit more? Can you play against that wall with your judge? Can we push first round? Let's see how they do it this round. Yeah. Looks like they're actually going to push right out of B and face to face against Sentinels, who are pushing straight up B.
And without sounding like a broken record, he's allowing himself and his team to do that because there's zero pressure towards that C site.
Yeah. Oh dear. Right off the bat. Relay bolt goes across. Dante and the rest of the team swing out. There's like a clothesline coming across the necks of Sentinels, and they are down on the ground and just looking back and forth. Redux is like, where could they even come from? This is such a weird timing to be here. It's 1 minute and 20 seconds in the round and surrounded by Crew.
Yeah. Went for the hero rifle too. And a TP for the rest of them to make noise, and unfortunately that rifle is not going to do too much anymore. It's
cool trap play.
No choice but to save.
Sorry, I had to respond to something again.
What
I thought she does a really cool like instant hit collapse. This probably forces Redux to save, right? Or just like for more econ damage, because they're just kind of running them down now for these rounds. Now that Dante and them have a gun, just have like 4 rifles. Feels like Sonic are just reading them pretty well too.
Rifle again for another hero round for the next could be another great option here for. So far, Redux has been looking pretty good in this matchup.
Gee, he's like, nah. Give him a stinky face.
No, this Dante guy's good, low-key.
That was incredible. And even coming into 7 rounds like that, Sadok's just like, you know what? I'm feeling that B. Let's go for the B hit. Boom. Absolutely countered on the play that they wanted.
What a shot, like.
In a matter of seconds.
And it made it simple.
Oh, and they wasted the evolution for that. No.
The relay bolt comes out very quickly as a quick cast. So you activate that as soon as a Prowler locks into someone, and you're just...
I feel like you should just cast this, like... You should cast this either instantly or when you're low. Or I guess, like... Because, like... He did that? Imagine they just threw the stun out or something. And he popped it. They can guarantee at least once here.
He knows how to use it for sure. Yep. Just off the round.
It's unlucky. We're seeing a Sheriff Bandit buy with Jonah on a Stinger. So what is this buy?
Now and try to get that first punish. As they're reading the correct side to really try to add that pressure. They have some great ults to work with.
We can kind of see over that wall. So he might be able to just get 1 and drop, right? Yeah.
No way. Remember he dropped off the box the other round because he didn't want to be seen. So he uses it again this round. Just picking and choosing the moments to stab at Sentinels with these little plays. And they don't even really get to begin the round with most of their team. And they're only 1 person in here. Victor's just getting
wow.
it jumped on. Sonic with the 3. And another flawless.
Remember when Sonic was on Neon?
And Dante's the one just hopping around towards Tree to be selfless and allow Sadat to get picked so that he could get his ult too. So Crew are doing excellent so far.
Okay, so the thing is,
this is not an uncommon position here for the
I think it like this is super early. Dante feels like he might be a really good Neon and maybe like one of the best Neons. I think Domby will forever be the best at the moment, right? At the current moment, Domby's the best. But I think on a standpoint of rifles and like just general movement, Dante might be up there.
That said, though, we have for the first time an op on the side of
because the way he isn't just flow state when he does these execs.
I gotta say, I still like the pressure. Oh my gosh!
Again, like that too, like his focus target.
Very nicely played. Good coverage on.
Oh god, he's just dead as hell.
Does get that
yeah, I got some Brock lessons. Oh, it's just a mud fest.
So much action on the map right now. Doors continue to stay open. That thing is greased. John Cutie takes down MW0, and now we are in to somehow a 1v3 where Silence has to find some safety here.
Some great fight backs towards the end. That was because of those two players that were leading towards that C side.
I mean, maybe you get two you can go for this.
So that as soon as
or you can go for like Visal Flash for fun, because we just kind of forgot that you know, the Vice doesn't do that anymore. I missed that.
Very difficult for the rest of crew to really try to fight for the control towards B main when they were getting pinched on both sides. So now to 1 versus 3. Silence does have a big ult to work with though.
I mean, he's walked up, so he could get one. Oh, he's in no. It's just unlucky. He's just guaranteed dead. Oh my god. Oh no. 1 HP. No way,
It's
right?
gonna be a tough one to get the swing on. It's
Yeah.
too far. John Cutie hits the shot anyways, and Sentinels continued aggression, puts them in a spot.
And they're grabbing the up. I'm guessing Cortezia is gonna play like a chamber.
As John Cutie just being very cerebral, playing around that smoke.
Then why not just play chamber? I guess the utility on Vito is like slightly better.
Here at the start of the round. Because once again, crew.
I think you just play a chamber. Dude, like, you're getting one of your best aim guys to play.
Guys, they're just fighting. They're just intent.
To play to
Yeah, see, that is also just true. They are kind of just fighting. They just want to fight. So it's either you fight back, or you have to just like play kind of with a little bit more togetherness.
What do they do this round? The split towards C once again, but not as fast this time. They're actually.
You can tell this is Pacific influence, though. I feel like.
I think it's all together.
Pacific's one of like the only regions I've seen where it's like they kind of like almost buy into chamber, buy into Vito pretty heavily. Outside of AMA, probably. I feel like Americas hasn't. Actually, this is the first Americas game ever, so it's like I can't say a word. I feel like kickoff. Is kickoff Vito? Or am I tripping?
Not give a chance.
I might be wrong entirely.
As we get to listen in now to
guys, 1 minuto e estão baixando a parede ainda. Tá bem.
Sai daqui. Não, já parei.
Ligou.
Fica aí, fica morrendo TQ, tá?
Subiu.
Tá, pede meus espinhos aí, tá? Você quer smoke?
Na boca do B, me deu contato. Tem smoke B?
Tem espinho ainda. Deixa o P, Smoke B. Faz bagulho, faz bagulho.
Tive espinha.
Não passaram. Cuidado do A pra jogar. Deu TP. Eu não dou TP. Passa com você, Dante.
Wow, Redux. What?
Botando na linha para eles.
3A.
I mean, they're just gonna like TP out now, right? Oh my god, they actually just like. They're looking playing the map pretty well. Redux was the only threat there because they saw. Wow.
releases are falling one by one.
It's very clean too. Only not a lot of comms when the action, right?
Oh my god!
Onde que ele tá?
Tava atrás da bomba. Vai pra direita, Vitor.
Tá, só
eu vou só clicar, tá? Ele tá sem arma. Cliquei só.
Eu vou olhar na nossa esquerda. Pera aí, eu vou ir...
Caralho, viado! Que porra é essa, moleque?
The comms are as those hits were hitting, or the sight hit was beginning. You hear Sadak say something, and then there's something that returns and they stop. It's not following up with everything. It's letting everybody hear the situation, feel the situation.
They played this round so well too.
They unleash.
He was tethered. He was like 1 HP.
Because I don't speak.
I was 1 HP, but like he was low anyways from the tether.
Yeah.
That's insane. No, that's low-key a mental breaker. I would call it timeout, low-key.
They try to take him down. They fall. They give that up. They try to look for that.
Yo, Joda Victor, we need to lock in just a little bit. Just a little bit. We need to lock in just a
little bit.
And
then you have Silence that just goes nuclear for that round and drops a 3.
Nah, that round's insane. That round was fucking insane.
Outside of that, every single one of those picks though did come in favor of Sentinels as they kick things off.
Okay, unfortunately, chat, there are ads in like 2 minutes. I'm gonna do one right now because it's like only a minute long. I'm gonna be so honest.
Yeah. Feeling good.
And I don't want you guys to do like a minute and a half of ads. So good luck. Here's a minute of ads because I don't know why it's forced me to do these ones.
A discussion with the coach?
I'm actually very confused about this timeout because they had such a great start for Sentinels on that previous round to overtake and plant towards that A site. And after getting mowed down by Silence with a 3K and losing that round, the morale is definitely down. So if you're going to call a timeout for the Cider crew, this is a perfect time now for Ewok and the team to calm down and just make sure that they come back in this one. Although I think the economy is not the best right now.
This is a crew timeout?
Team, but they have a great opportunity to at least try to salvage this one here with.
I didn't realize this is a crew timeout.
And then round number 12 once they have the weapons to work with. So yeah, I'm very intrigued by this one from.
It is okay.
Crew.
I think maybe it's just like play a little more solid now because like they're kind of
Maybe honestly a way to
That's just be their round to lose, like Sen's round to lose, and they lost that round because fucking Silence is a goat, I guess. I think what Cruise Coach is going for is like just we need to play a little bit more like tight, I guess, or I don't know. Because Ewok here is just their goal is to maybe make this a 7-5 half and just get these last 2 rounds.
They're kind of in that position. They're kind of in that position right now. So they're looking good.
And again, still questioning it because you're playing against an eco this time around. You're playing.
Cinnamon on the pistol got eco'd, so it's like it's kind of just tough. It's low-key tough.
Sorry, utilize that right now. So, is it really just a protocol that they have to try to get a timeout for half, something like that, or just to try to maximize the rounds as possible with this timeout on the anti-eco? But we'll have to see if it
oh yeah, Chico by 5 sheriffs.
If they're able to come back
okay, I have a take.
You're gonna have to start
I feel like buying half armor on these eco rounds. Okay, like region armor is okay. I feel like just buying half armor on these eco rounds is just kind of dumb. Is it just me?
Into the A main.
Because realistically, if you're ecoing and you don't have the rifles, you just get owned, right? We haven't seen Dante judge except for 1 round. And you know from the last round that they're just full rifles anyways. Or just like, sure, there's an op now, but like, still, the armor won't matter if you're on an eco round. Is it just, I feel like it's just me. I feel like I just don't buy armor when we have a round like this. I just don't, I don't know. That's my take. I just feel like it's low-key useless. Maybe you tank like a little more util damage, but like, I don't even think so. I don't even think that works either.
With the Viper Wall and cycling to Omen Smoke, because you're funneling everybody to go straight into.
Because you just go from 3 body shot to 4, so I guess maybe that's one difference.
We'll hold that thought. Here's a triple peek for the attempt to move.
Yeah, so they hear the op, their response is to just flood him with util, I guess. Tap door, fake like you go and beat, just pulls the Viper away, and they're letting Redux kind of just explore and do his own thing.
Audio cue with the door as well to make crew think about a few other things.
So they do the audio cue of the door to mess around here, but it doesn't matter now because like Silence no longer has pressure on this side of the site, so that means Les comes back, right? What are we doing? Dude, he looked like he just walked out and did nothing. That's a nice, again, okay, Fade Neon combo is just underrated as hell. I think Nongshim showed it because like you can just Fade ult and then Neon ult can just own everything because they're one tap. So as long as like your Neon just runs it down, does it, and like if they die, right? That's just an insane round. I like that.
All lined up here for Sentinels.
You need to seize the tethers too. What a time to ult.
It's like Crew's playing good, but Dante's being set up so well too.
They were trying to get a little action there. The commit to tree, I think, it doesn't snuff it out, but I feel like Cortesia was just that close to having something.
Also, wait, why is Victor not on Neon? Unless they're not like scrimming with. Unless they're scrimming like if Victor was playing over Jerwin, because Victor plays Neon.
You realize that there's nothing happening. There's no noise on C. Sadok's gonna be.
I guess like the value of the Raise Util is pretty good. Wow, that's just.
That's spike too.
That Jonas just getting owned. He's 2-11. Get blind for blind. Neon in response. Pause everything.
Dante here.
Pausing everything is weird though because Redux is stuck.
Like 4v1 in this situation
he tried to stun.
Nobody wants to peek the laser. Gonna go ahead and give himself a fast lane to get the safety. The team's falling down around him, but they get the safety here.
I think on site, John Cutie could ult, but oh my god, real quick, Daisy gets 2.
Little deja vu, but in the other direction now. Dante falls to the same medicine. Sentinels.
Yo, why is this a perfect wall?
They won one of the first few rounds for themselves, able to hold the right side of A. The door is going to be played with by Silence here. Les is going to have to do work inside the site. He gets out with the shorty album. He goes down.
Oh, okay, if I rolled down 2v2, 2v1, it's unlucky. You could pit. You could pit.
And now he holds.
Realistically, you could pit because you have pit Molly.
And a full kit. He could still pit, go for a snake bite.
Easy.
I feel like your best. Never mind.
Right in front, or one of the other on the shoulder.
4K Cortesia.
Nice little peek by Cortesia there. Gets the 8-4.
Does Viper decay? Viper decay shouldn't impact the ult, right?
Some players here that are able to step up to the plate and stitch out those rounds for Sentinels. Big 4K we saw earlier on from.
It's calm round.
4K here for Cortesia.
Calm round.
As that was all in control.
Oh my god. We're like a baby gap.
We're back on Lotus here in VCT Americas, and we'll have the second half of action right after this.
Okay, quick halftime. I'm playing another minute of ads. Sorry, guys. I can't. Never mind.
We got this old mattress.
Waterbed.
I can't play another minute of ads. Just chill. Let me do this though. I think I'm getting a new mouse pad. Isolated thunderstorms. Are we for real? Just for this weekend? Side of a rocket, she pop it, lock and drop it. Oh.
Sentinels wanted to set up for their ultimate rounds, and even some of those save rounds where they tried to squeak a few back after timeouts. Can they have a better second half from the Sentinels side is the question.
Yeah, they were very good to switch it up from round to round
Oh,
for
yeah.
Crew. Sometimes aggression towards that front B pays off in a bloodbath. Sometimes it's just a vertical positioning from Sadat that gets a great opening. Spam smokes too. And they just understood the timing of how Sentinels were really trying to work around this map of Lotus. Now things will change. Crew now takes the attack side, and Sentinels are also looking for a little bit of pressure, it seems like, towards the C side. They'll throw this one way at the start.
Get up for a decent lock in here. 1-0 pistol. This is a great start.
Bound to get the first blood there onto
Classic seaside fight, and then you just get the free pick, I guess. I think this has been spam. Spam or just saw the one way.
I almost even like to say
Response is a little Victor down B, while the Viper can just kind of do whatever they want on A. They hear the Interceptor here on A.
It does look like it.
So they want to, yeah, they want to try to force its usage.
He is making, moving around the map. Maybe that is because they were kind of hipping some of their plays, giving that confidence straight to them. 2 towards tree. John Cutie maybe to be the backstab, or does he pull for Cortezia here?
I'm assuming it's just gonna be a B pivot, and B's wide open, so they're reading right. They're either read right or guessed right. Because they can have silence break this door down. It's like this door breaks, or at least no. Because Jonah will hear it. Let's will get taken now with Cortezia, but the B side's free. So this is low key winnable.
All right, they get a Sheriff actually to walk away with that one.
Wow.
Push forward though to take down Jonah P.
he does that by tapping the Spike too. If he died to that fight to Jonah P, that was Spike out in the open for Sentinels.
That's true. That's like a massive 1v1 to win from either side. Oh my god. Okay, well it's even now. It's even now, and Sonic and Silence have Sheriff.
It fizzles out. He's still able to fight through it.
Ew.
Oh my god, he's going for the ace.
Go do it. Just do it. Just do it, bro. Just do it, bro.
Redux on the right. There
Oh
it is. Get it.
my.
Coming through past the chest. That's all. MW0 there from the start.
Welcome back.
So does this mean they're gonna eco?
A cold start. A disappointing finish at
That's risky, and then just getting these. This was insane. The shifts didn't even matter because he's got 2 1-taps. Like, so like, what are they doing? Dude, that's just a poor retake. It's a poor retake and just good on like Muzera to take some initiative when pushing up. The fight in upper was just really massive because if you lose that, bombs down confirms. It nearly confirms it. Prediction of a B push. They are. They are doubled up.
Really needed to start well. That wasn't what they wanted to see. What a round. Oh, sorry, he bought the Phantom. I was looking at Dante. So he just went big dog on this.
Hit low, maybe trade the gun out? So you could trade it to someone. What is Jonah doing? That's chill, that's chill. I don't know why we're a knife out there.
Yeah, easy open. lurk on that wall. No pressure coming out from Sentinel, so Les took all of that space instantly. And you see the buy, you mentioned it, Phantom, Outlaw. Just wanted to make sure that the ones that had weapons stayed as a group. Les
I mean, just had a bomb, right?
To work with, and he's done his job. And now
or you group and look for damage.
Here to convert
the issue, oh my god, my voice. The issue is Muzera is so far. Oh my god. Oh my god, do it again.
What?
Fuck it, bro. Just go for another ace, man.
Are we gonna do it? Oh, 2 aces in a row for Crew.
Who's next on Crew? Who's next on Crew?
Is just a lie. They say this game is a lot about momentum and how much power you're carrying. I think they have all the momentum right now.
Dude.
Holy.
And also switching weapons. Remember, you were just talking about MW0 popping off at the beginning with a Phantom, but then he picks up the Outlaw, so that Silence could be the one.
Also, this is like when we were sent first, like, game jitters for everyone.
I don't even
that one is just thriving in it. The other is lucky just suffering. What can you do?
Third round.
Jonah P's forced an Odin jail, so it's like, what do we do?
Right now is shoot back.
Shoot back.
They have numbers.
It's only one map, Steve. It's okay. It's only one map.
Again,
it was also an eco round. Hold on, chill on your team for a little bit.
They just got to make sure now that they're a little bit more confident to swing against Crew, because Crew seems to be finding a lot of off timings to surprise Sentinels.
You are 4 classic, Steve. You are 4 classic. Maybe you get that kill, sure. Musera was here with an Outlaw. Maybe they get this kill on the Phantom, sure.
Protocol them how they want to play. And they're very surprised for their first map start. At least for Crew, though, they're looking pretty good.
They're looking great.
Not even Decay, just got a body shot.
Yeah, they've had a lot of time to play, but it only matters if they can do it now. Well, I think he underestimated their practice. They're doing great. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it does. It seems to have mattered. Really capitalizing on these. The trades are there. Beautiful from John.
Oh wait, actually really good placement for the interceptor. Because then he just can't get overwhelmed. And the way they're using the enemy smoke is actually so nice. That is a massive fight to lose, low key. Oh my god. Okay, it's a 1v3. Let's chill.
They should be able to swarm down on last here.
1 HP.
Tethered in, 3 HP. 1? Oh, there's 2 left. It doesn't take that much to get the headshots in, but 13 seconds. There's the shot Redux needs. Sentinels are able to get that bonus round away from Crew.
And good for Sentinels.
That's expensive as hell, though. That's so expensive if you're Sen.
You're just trying to look at how much
you lost 3 guns. You keep the Odin, which is fine, but like you lost 3 guns.
You need a couple of bodies with you to try to slow things down. You saw the snake bite being thrown on the side of John Cutie to try to help out, which gave a chance for Victor to rotate across too.
No, Victor dying actually made it low-key winnable because it's also less. But
quickly on rotates when they're seeing this pressure coming out from Crew.
3rd round op. No, 4th round op. Sorry.
In the rounds if they want to start selling some
and we missed the eye.
Those 4 players pushing very quickly towards this A side, and the door is contested by Cortezia.
Walking right into the solo player. Good news, has a way out. Bad news.
Could actually hold this down.
Ouch.
They're running down.
Come walk upstairs with me. Heaven, boys.
Well down.
One more TP.
They might give Vice ults. Vice might be lurking still.
Why is it a 2 and 13? Okay, if you saw some of the ways he died first half, you'd understand it. But also, like, he's just put in Odin jail. Like, he's playing Odin. He is not an Odin guy. He's just not an Odin guy.
One is tree.
He's playing it just because the Odin is like a busted gun. But he's not one of the players that's like good on Odin.
Yeah, well, 2 heaven. Backside. Front side now. Don't peek you stairs. Nice shot.
Everything was there in place to try to really flood back into the site. You see that?
That's just my opinion, though. I feel like he's just not an Odin player at all. But I swear, every round where he hasn't had a rifle, he's had an Odin. And he hasn't had many rifle rounds.
They're ready to go, but look at that siege, just too nice. So you lose the value.
That's the issue I have, because Jonah's just a really good flex player. But he's not an Odin guy.
Just get these picks.
It's that sees those.
You can't make someone Brock. You can't put someone on a roll like initiator and like force him to just be Brock.
For a while here, kind of across the board. A lot of the plays are just the teams. They go in, they make it happen, and there's a fight. But we are seeing just in the moment denial here from Crew. That's insane.
As on one side, Sentinels at kickoff were only at a 1-2, which was definitely disappointing for them. But even on Crew's side, they haven't been winning since I think summertime of last year.
Right.
So to see this type of turnaround, maybe it does come into play when you have 4 months of boot camp that you're able to get ready for stage 1.
It's like, all right, maybe we are.
I mean, this is an important timeout.
More than we thought here, gentlemen. We're just on the same page across the board here.
I feel like you just take Jonah off the Odin until like we just give him like, unless we just put him in scrims where he only uses the Odin ever, and if he doesn't have an Odin, he just buys like a sheriff or some shit. There you go. Okay, the GT Stinger or guard Stinger.
Or you half buy and then try to play for the OT, and they're deciding to go for the forced buy. And the more that they do this, and if they're able to stay alive,
if he gets a kill this round, he
it's
pies.
still difficult to face against this outlaw from Silence. So the economy is still well controlled, well maintained by the LATAM team. They're also playing it fairly slow at the beginning of the round.
John Cutie Redux Hero Rifles. They need to win a round. This is actually must win, or you just lose this map.
Play coming out from the defensive side, and as it stays rather quiet, Sentinels are actually quite mobile.
It's must win and you just straight up lose.
Around the map, not making any noise, but silently walking.
In my opinion.
Here over on A as they're baiting outdoors on a revolving door, and that only allows Cortesia to play solo on C.
Oh my god, that just, oh no, bro. I just don't like how that was played. It's all good.
And now they're gonna play their live, but spread
Is that the retake smoke?
Crew are ready to pick and poke at anybody looking for that rotation.
Actually, not better retake smoke.
Gets one just like that.
But catches Jonah on the rotate, so he's not
having a great game with the way that Crew is just taking it to him in these rounds.
Exactly, they're just playing full.
And they're gonna insert a double lurk. Oh, actually, no, they're not inserting double lurk. They are, okay, well they are, but not the lurk I was thinking of. They're inserting these 2 lurks while they just straight up hit B.
Giving individual 1v1s, one by Crew once again, and now they take over this B site.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, full plant stall.
20 seconds here.
You gotta run it down though, right?
Plant, but 5 in
Cortesia knows someone is here who just because they just tapped door.
So what's the retake? There's blast packs that drop in and Redux is util.
And you already know this from Crew.
Responses to walk up here. Les catches out Victor. I mean, Les is just in such an incredible spot.
Yeah, that's the insane thing.
Blind missed?
We heard people talk about Les and what he does and how he was supposed to be that shot lurker.
I mean, someone can save this round as Redux. Okay, well,
around
that's just my bad.
Les is still there. So is that.
No, it's okay. It's a done. This is a done map.
On that Viper.
This map is more than over. You can't tell me otherwise. Unless we see a phenomenal Crew choke.
Active there on that pulse plan again for Crew as they were met by a nade and snake bite coming in from the waterfall. As they
okay, so hear me out. What if Sen gets a performance coach?
Because they're like, well, there's no way that Sentinels will try to reflood there, right? Because we already have 5 players on site.
I feel like teams should just get a performance coach, whether they like it or not.
Putting them now at map point against Sentinels on their map pick. Here comes a bloodbath towards the A site in favor of Sentinels.
Yeah, there's one from Victor.
Wow. Are they gonna? There's no way they win this eco, right?
Keep it rolling. Keep this one going.
There's just no way. I mean, there's just no way they win this round.
These all-out brawls to go in their favor. Well played from the A side.
Yeah, and that's a huge round for Sentinels. Not only to stay alive in the game, but that was an abysmal buy that they had that they converted on their side.
Yep.
Just wanted to play fire with fire, aggression with aggression, and they won with.
I feel they should have just done Victor D on this map.
Going to this round.
You can still kind of play the comp the same. This comp the same at least.
They have a pit to work with. Although John is still setting up his wall here towards the A side, and they are looking to play the old school style to commit a lot of resources to stall some pressure from Crew over on Rubble. See being thrown here to cancel out any TPs that would go across from the Omen. Now Redux.
Oh my god.
Rubble.
No, Les is looking in the perfect spot. Heard that? I love it. Just what a complete lockdown of A.
Oh my gosh, Sentinels.
That's just so good. That was just a really good lockdown of A. They might have heard this. I feel like you had to have heard that, right? Unless there's like a tiny like gap. What a shot! Ew.
That was kind of clean. Yeah. But now you pick up this weapon, you pick
okay,
up
if anyone can win this round, it is Vizera, though. He has Fatal after plants. If he gets, wow, if he gets 2.
To cover up that spike and not give a chance.
Wait, did the, there's a trip there.
with the rest of the squad here, because you also still have the Visor.
Is there not a trip here?
On silence on a very fast take if they want to in the next round.
Does the trip just not work?
And as he walks inside the site too, he gets to,
is it a trip just doesn't work? I need to see where it is. Please, observer. Go back to his POV because he's looking at. Oh, come on. Oh no, he doesn't have bomb. I'm stupid. I just realized.
Just save this weapon for now.
I didn't realize bomb was here. This is my bad.
So a really good hold in the end.
I've been looking at the game, not the map. That's just my fault.
Wall coming down, you didn't really expose yourself behind that Viper wall, and you never really had that surprise factor coming out from less.
Please show me this. Show me this trip. Oh, it's hidden.
I think comes down to those timeouts from Ewok. And the team
what happened to the trip? Because the trip's not in range. There's no range on the trip.
And Sentinels has
what
been
happened to
pushing
it?
themselves right up to that line of scrimmage as the round starts. Because if they don't, Les is going to be there. Someone else is going to be in the middle of the map. They're just going to spread themselves across the map and still get a hit. So I like the way the Sentinels is really getting proactive now.
What's 5 rounds?
So an easy kill there for Victor.
5 rounds to work this out?
I think looking at this so far, I kind of like the changes in approaches. It almost seems like like old school style where Sentinels were really known for being really good on flood retakes, right? So they're playing a lot of, not a lot, but like they're playing some 4-1 setups, 3-1 setups, 3-on-1s, and really just trying to fight to contest one side. If you got to play soft site on the other side, you can flood retake it. It'll work out in your favor. So
they just said, fuck it, we're rage rushing B. Nah, I like that out of them.
Kind of doing the Sen strat here. Redux spot. And
it is an eco. They have U0 on a rifle though, and Dante on a judge. So it's like, and they have fatal. So this is such a winnable round.
It's actually going to be
the second U0 ults, Dante's actually running them down. And his Viper ult. Oh my god, everything's cooking.
Retake coming in now from Sentinels. Quick buy. Moves out Sadak.
Yeah, they're going to use these ults.
They're playing on the ult. Huge tether. Huge nade.
Even up the guns.
What happened to the nade?
Bit of damage done here. They're taking.
Because I know. Okay. I guess they shot one, but this is the one issue though. Viper ult is alive and in a good spot. He can molly and gets caught out by timing. Nice. Okay, good round. Actually, a really good round. That actually was such a nerve-wracking round. You force 2 big ults, or you force 2 ults. So for the rest of the game, unless one of them pops off and they lose a round, they won't have a Viper ult or a Fate ult for a little bit. The only way they'll have a Viper or a Fate ult, genuinely, is like, or on crew, is if they have a pop-off round and they still lose. On the side of Sen, I think they have like 4 good ults, 3 good ults. I guess we'll learn. There's a pause.
So once you recross, try to help out the team. The door got opened up. You have to face
there's a timeout.
Players, and there was no ult to help those lower guns inside that site. Couldn't help the judge inside the pit. But at least they get to mitigate that damage and the bleeding a bit here from this timeout from crew. Gives a chance also for Ewok to talk with the team, but they're starting to cut it close now for crew's attack. Advantages are really big for Sentinel so far. 4 ults available for them too, and again, the protocols that they have for these retakes are quite nice. And if they're continuing to keep to catch crew off guard here in these forward positions here, it'll be looking quite good to bring this game to potentially overtime.
That would honestly be crazy with the read that crew had on the first half of the map. I mean, it would really spell good things for Sentinels to be able to, one, reset, you know, understand within one map, one half, what really the problems and the issues are. Being able to kind of erase that and bring an attack side or a defensive side out. That feels good enough to win. 3 in a row so far. They've happened in different ways. They got the kill round timed out and a defuse, so they've seen the way to win each of these.
So the timeout
necessary.
Looks like a C default, like a 4-0-1.
Keep it going.
Is that a C default or just straight up a hit? Because they're using Vice Lock for this area.
Change it set up as well as we see from Sentinels. They've put Cortezia over on this A site and playing the stall of the Viper over on C with Victor slowly rotating across to help out.
Yeah, it's like C pressure into a 2-2-1 default.
Perfect setup really to try to stall as much as you can and play on the soft side. And the biggest thing
with
is
Les trying to see if there's any push up A. Les faced no, I think barely any pressure here outside of maybe a Fade Eye into smoke. I'm pretty sure.
The first protocol here to try to default.
And he's doing the default. He's doing the default Viper smoke.
So pretty quick smokes they realized over at the C site, cycled over the Omen smoke and the Viper orb.
They throw eye here. They'll know.
And that kept him like it.
kept them really there here.
And everyone kind of just stayed in place. Didn't really pull anyone. Victor's now going to pull over.
Also,
Someone shot the silence. Shot the Prowler.
Now they know about this lean towards B and A site.
He didn't have to.
Got nervous. All good.
Quick turn and he's seen. So yeah, they do know.
So they're getting into the veto because I guess they didn't hear a veto util I think on C, and if they did, wow. Dante's running him down. Wow, he's nervous. Huge nade.
Little mouse mix up there as he gets to the top of the rope. Doesn't have the aim.
Oh, Rosa.
Victor just sends the rocket clear into the site as crew now get a few in their favor. Silence holding for that top side, waiting for the jump down.
What did TP?
Know it was a teleport.
That was actually so risky.
Trying to buy some time. Maybe if he gets pushed, he gets a kill.
Getting two more post spot. The issue is there is a Vice ult.
In a final round, they throw down the ultimate. Able to get out though.
Has the pit to drop
Unless he's gonna walk out. 1v2.
John, big play not to happen. Sadak there for the final kill, and crew take the first map.
It started to look better. It started to look way better for a game. Sorry.
For that retake, the showstopper not getting any value, and also once again another insert from NW0 inside that pit to get these drops. Crew reading them from A to Z and having a convincing first map.
Yeah.
Over Sentinels here.
I think a slow start overall for Sen.
Yeah.
Started to pick it up. Still, we're trying to find some firepower there towards the end of the map, but you got to give credit to crew there. They shut down the firepower we expected to see from Sentinels, especially in that first half. Incredible stuff coming out in their first showing on Lotus.
And Sadak, IGL in this team, two brand new young players in Dante and Silence, the veterancy of NW0 and less, putting it all together and making it work. And that's going to give them a lot of confidence here, not only for this series, but potentially even for the whole stage, with now them feeling the vibes and knowing that they could defeat one of the best teams here that we have in Americas and Sentinels.
That's right. Lotus was crew's pick. We are going to Breeze next, and that is from the Sentinels camp. We'll see if they can bring it back and get us to a map 3. Don't go anywhere.
Yeah, I think my one I'm gonna not show screen for a second. My one issue right now immediately is that they put an Odin on the guy who doesn't really touch the Odin, or is a player who just is not really known for the Odin. But he's kind of forced to, one, because he's scan, and two, he's just it's like not putting an op on a chamber or jet player. You're not putting an Odin on the scan player. Right? So it's like, that's just tough. And then I'm also like, I feel like Victor's a better Neon than he is a Raze in some scenarios. So unless they just wanted it to mirror what German would play, that's a decent Neon map for him. The only situation I see is like maybe he just doesn't play Neon on that map at all. Which, if he doesn't, he should probably figure that out, Loki. Pocket, pop, drop it. Hopefully I have time to watch the GTM BR game, because that'll just be a really good game. Sorry, why is Fraud in the lineup? Can someone riddle me why Fraud was shown in the lineup? Oh no, okay, it scrolled. Oh my god, I got nervous for a second. I haven't seen it scroll ever.
pushing up, and Redux is unbeknownst to them on the other side of this wall. King gonna show his full rear end, and Redux gets himself 3.
Crew takes away that map 1 from Sentinels, and I'm here with Coach Sonic to talk about it. Sonic, you have been part of the academy team and then as an assistant coach last year under Adam. Now that you're the head coach of Crew, what are some of your ideas that you've been able to implement with the squad?
I mean, as a head coach, you get to control most things around a team. I'll say that the most important things are around the system, the way we train, the way we approach scrims, and the whole identity of the team. Those are the most important things.
Well, the identity is looking pretty good. Thank you so much. Good luck, map 2.
So far, so good for Crew as they managed to pick up that first map win, and doing so in that first round, or sorry, in that first half rather, looking rather.
Oh, I'll play as one here. Sorry, chat. Here's like a minute 30 of ads.
That the Crew team knew exactly what their win conditions were going to be in some of these rounds, and they pressed the issue each and every time.
They had such a strong game plan going into it as well, choosing to kind of play more back, playing for re-clears, playing for resites, even though they had the utility capable of fighting up, right? Their re-clears were also so good because they would just completely brawl. And this is one of the big things that I like about Lotus is the conditioning. After they conditioned that, they were kind of able to play however they want, because by playing further back and not showing anything early on, they gave 0 tells.
Sense Attack side was trying to play a lot of these slower rounds because they didn't really feel comfortable taking that A lobby fight, at least in the first part of that half, against the Neon, where their Rays can't quite get out in time versus that composition. And I think that Sidak calling on that defense was so proactive at never believing these feints that Sen was sending. They very rarely were baiting out the Vice utility. They weren't committing deep when they tried to feign back towards A. And as a result, with the fast rotates of that Neon, and with some really good calling, I think, out of Sidak at the timings on when they were using Initiator utility, they were completely
Do I need to grab water? I do need to grab water. Okay, I'll be back, chat.
Had a complete chokehold on everything that they were trying to do on this defensive side. He had this A-main control on lock. Like you were saying, Emily, playing back, letting them use their util to get a lot of that space, and then going back and re-clearing it. Plus, being able to delay long enough. And if you want to see kind of a defense side of Lotus that is sort of textbook, you watch Crew's defense, because their rotates were on point as well. They were so fast at re-clearing that front B, making sure there wasn't anything there, and being able to stack C almost instantly. Felt like everything was working out to their favor, and majority of it is from Sadak's calling.
Yeah, I mean, he had insane reads, but also his solo performance, being that anchor like you were kind of talking about, wherever he was, using all of his utility and finding value from it. It felt like no matter where he was a force to be reckoned with, just as an individual. And the fact that he was able to have that much impact and buy time for the Neon to kind of rotate in and the rest of the rotates to come, they just played so well together that whole half.
Yeah, it really did feel like Crew, you know, we were having a lot of questions what we were going to see coming out of this one. I will say, though, while we do got to give flowers to Crew for great play, you also do got to kind of look at Sentinels as well, right? There were certainly moments where you're seeing not just a lack of presence when it comes to just like that sense of urgency in some of those rounds, and Crew just took advantage of that. Now we make our way over to Breeze here, wide open spaces, big lanes, big opportunities here for Crew potentially to just walk all over Sen if they're not careful.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that the ideas were there. They had the strategies that they wanted to run, like oftentimes going for that push-pull like Mimi was kind of talking about, but they weren't really full committing to it. They were kind of like half doing it and kind of just being not lazy, but just not as pressured as they should be, especially when you're attacking. And when you're moving into a map like Breeze, I think that's going to be very, very important, because a lot of the time we'll see a lot of splits, we'll see a lot of execs and a lot of like fast-paced rounds, and having like that lurker come in, they're going to need to be able to kind of find value out of that and not just like not full send. They need a full send more, especially going into Breeze.
I agree with you, but I think even beyond that, one of my biggest issues looking at this map of Breeze was just how outsized the individual performances were from Crew. That had been at least 4 rounds with an ace or a 4K from Crew. Anytime it was going wrong.
Back to back.
Yes, they did. Everyone was stepping up in those big moments. And I think to me, when we're looking at a game where we saw both Victor and Jonapi really struggling to find their footing at the beginning of that map, we're going to one of the maps that rewards individualism and those kind of big plays the most. It feels like a slam dunk for a Crew 2 out here.
Yeah, I mean, and then of course, guys, surely we get Sky this time, right?
Yeah, sure. Actually, I don't think we will.
No, probably not.
I don't
Probably
think
not.
we will. Probably not.
I like when we set that up and we just completely trolled
What
ourselves.
do you
the
think
whole
they play
time.
then? I feel like Sky's good on
I
this
feel like
map.
we're gonna see KO. Sova KO maybe.
Okay, like
I
return
really
to
like
the old Breeze
yes.
meta?
Old Breeze meta. Use the KO knife for so much information.
Sure.
I know Sky has hella information, but the dart works really well. The drone works really well from Sova. You don't need that dog to go down elbow anymore, especially if you're playing a little bit more aggressive. So I feel like I'm gonna see KO. I really want to see the right click plays coming out from KO. Just kind of full sending it, going in, re-clearing that aiming space, because Crew really likes to do that. It would be a lot easier with this guy. And now that I'm talking, I feel like maybe.
Are you talking yourself into it?
Yeah.
You just work yourself into
All
a
right.
shoot.
Next map is
I want to
Breeze.
see KO though. I think KO is just so fun, and I think the retakes too. We
Breeze
saw
should be
Crew,
fun.
They had insane retakes, insane post mats. Their protocols were actually amazing, and I think with KO with his with his knife is something that would capitalize.
Do you think Phoenix is viable on this map right now?
Why do I?
I can't ask you that. You know I'm a
Do you,
Phoenix
no,
fan.
but give me the sell. You're the Phoenix
You're
girl.
a prophet. You made it come true. Look at what happened.
Yeah, guys, you know me. It's me, Prophet Athena. And
Prophet Athena.
I think out of the duelists, he is viable, but probably not. I'd still prefer to see a Sky or a KO over.
Yeah.
So you don't want to see.
I didn't say that.
Damn,
I was
called
asking-
out, called out.
Hold on, Phoenix, if you're listening.
No, it's a character in a video game. All right, for now, let's send it back over to Jaya. She's standing by with the coach of Sen. Unbelievable.
I am here with Coach Ewok ahead of map 2. And Ewok, there are of course some circumstances that you cannot control of the match today, but the team started to warm up a little bit in this map number 1. So I want to ask you a little bit more about yourself and the way that you're approaching this. What are some of the differences, and what is your coaching style here with this specific team, with a sub as well, compared to all that experience that you have in Pacific with RRQ?
I think it will take some time for you to see a little bit more what my style is, but as you just said, we need to warm up a little bit more, and towards the end we were warming up. So now we're going over towards Breeze, and a lot of shooting going on that map, so we'll need our warm up to kick in.
What should we be expecting for Breeze?
Something a little bit aggressive. A little bit aggressive.
Okay, very excited. Good luck.
Okay, so you heard Coach Ewok. Phoenix
Could be
is
a
going
map.
to be.
I don't think that's what you said.
I'm kidding. But yeah, something a little bit more aggressive is what he said he's going to be hoping for. But there was one thing, Athena, that he did say coming out at the end of that interview that I do want to hang on, which was that, yeah, you know, toward the end of that Lotus game, you were starting to see those guns start to come online a little bit more. But at that point, it was already too far gone. They had to catch up by an insurmountable amount of rounds.
Yeah.
Now you start from fresh. You got to get these guns hot early on. Maybe they can feed off of that.
I mean, it's Breeze. It's literally a DM map. So if you're not shooting back, it's kind of over for you, right?
Exactly. All right, folks. Well, Riven Van Silly are going to catch you on the other side of this one. We'll see you after this quick short break with Breeze.
Another break. Ah.
We are back here at VCT Americas Stage 1 as we get that second map underway here soon. Sentinel's pick of Breeze is about to be on your screen. And you heard Ewok saying there, I hope the warm-up for the shooting has happened. We're going to be doing that, but we're also going to be more aggressive. So I'm excited to see what
I see an ISO.
that means.
ISO neon detected.
Yeah, that's the silver lining for sure for the results of that first map that
Okay.
they started activating a little bit more. And yeah, now we get to see the agent select. An interesting comp coming out here on the side of Sentinels. When he said aggression, I was expecting
Swamp,
this Neon,
Swamp,
but I was
no
not expecting
flash.
an ISO
Uh-oh.
to move along with it. So
I mean, this map you could get away with it. I mean, they're also doing flash either. The difference is Chamber versus ISO and Omen versus Harbor. My arrows are the worst arrows known to man. What did I just draw? Is this a
wall for Redux? So scaling on the attack side should be on paper a lot easier to do for Sentinels. They'll have to see right now for Crew if they could stop that. And on their side,
yeah, but that's the difference though. The difference is these two and then these two. I think the eyes is interesting. Redux can just aim and just focus on aiming. Realistically,
the verticality could be quite good for this Omen against this.
I think the shield's good too. Like not the ISO shield, not like the ISO or whatever, like the E. The
make it unsafe. Honestly, on the defensive side, it's like when you slice, where are the spots you're going to be hiding?
The moving
right?
shield.
How do they know?
I think that's also pretty useful too. It allows you to kind of force issues a lot, and also just get up close and personal with people.
We're about to see in just a few seconds.
I think the hinder, not the hinder. The Vuln
if they don't get their aim on, Crew
has good lanes, and that's about it. It's not like good on this map. It has good lanes.
At the end of map 1.
Hey, W transition.
Carry it now into Breeze to make it count.
I want to see how this Harbor plays. I mean, because this is like an OG like version, like this is just Swamp. Because the thing is, this wall you have to commit to it,
You could pretty much identify Victor with
and he has committed to the wall already.
We'll hold that and see how it develops as Sentinels take the upper hand on the attack side with all these walls and gets the plant over on A.
No problem. Victor just
Yes, Jonah!
Starts
That's my
off
professor.
The first blood of second map, taking down Dante, and that's going to slow down.
Yeah, okay, well, that's a bandit.
Down. It's the same thing they did coming from Sion Lotus, and now they're
And it's over. And round done.
The two-pronged attack just leaving Sentinels
And round done.
wondering which way they need to look. And Crew drop them a defuse, and only
depressing.
Dante
It's all good.
was the one to go down.
And you see the difference on the
if you care about pistols,
two sides of the coin, night and day. For Sentinels right here,
it's 1-0 in Crew's favor for this, and it's 2-1 overall
here, it's 3 guys swinging out through a smoke.
in Crew's favor still.
We had different opportunities here on both sides to win and even up here the post-plant scenarios, and even Sadak can't believe how easy it was for him to hold that flank.
They just redid the same strat.
Okay, the weird thing I see is they do this Viper wall when they exec. They did this Harbor wall.
This is crazy.
Why is no one facing up on the Harbor wall? Because either you're forced to push through it, like, 'cause then you can drop Viper wall, save it, and then you use Weak for Harbor wall to drop, and then you can put this wall back up, and now you guys can just play back out in here instead. Is that not just the method?
Make it difficult for a solo Sova to get info for the team, but the guns are good. Sentinels trying to go
Oh, that's a good one. And it was on chamber too, so it could literally TP out. That's just unlucky.
Safety behind the walls. They're able to deny the recon. That's actually huge as they get it.
I mean, that's just a good use of everything, low key.
I'm not sure how this is happening.
I want to see that shield again one more time, like that. The smoke, the Harbor smoke.
Yeah, just absorb.
Dante's already gonna be heard. Yep. Oh, hello.
From Dante might backstab someone, but they are gonna react fast and be.
Is that a judge on Dante? Loki's gonna own this corner.
Oh no!
Wow, and he got the stun off.
Another 2 judge kills. We saw it last time. Sadak over the wall. He's gonna catch the back of Jonah P as well. It falls apart so fast. The pistols
All right, it's
are
good
in
eco.
such good position, but again, they're only pistols.
It's good eco.
They could crunch down.
Yeah, the paranoia with the relay bolt just to cover over on the ladder sides. There was no way that Sentinels could really cut the crossfire with the 2-2 setup. These two guys have pistols. You're playing against a sliding Neon. The relay bolt's there on the other side, and they're stunned.
Yeah.
That's just so difficult there for Sentinels, but the idea was right. We just weren't ready for that combination, and also at least they get the plant. They did some good econ damage too. They almost made it doable.
God, both maps he's starting off crazy. I think Sadak had third round on Lotus too. He is just fragging out.
I remember even on Lotus, it was Sentinels that want pistol, and they got eco'd after on that second round, right? So
and that's when yeah, you're right. Holy moly.
So Crew definitely has what it takes to play with confidence, how they could snowball these early halves here for both of these maps so far. And they're looking here with this bonus round to get some good damage by pushing all the way down and getting information First blood for less.
Bonus round was an instant poke towards mid after no pressure.
Honestly,
I think Sen wanted to refight it and then just Redux goes down. Kind of a bad start for your ISO player. Not even for Redux, just for any ISO. Because this could be a bonus conversion pretty easily. Les has a rifle, Muzera has been shooting, Silence on Chamber. Like the threat of a chamber is already just strong enough.
See the true value here of what Dante brings. Why it was picked up by Crew in the first place, and why maybe the decision of Crew is to continue forward with Dante as his star duelist, build around instead of Keston. Went over to Envy.
Dude.
Shut down any knowledge of going on over at the B site. And an activated Sentinels here, spamming a bit.
Oh, we're shooting above everyone.
Making sure they can get some tap down. And they're gonna have to survive this onslaught.
No, because there's a Bucky on the way, not a judge. Sorry.
That's your best case.
No one can die here actually. Like no one can die on Sen. If they win this round, no one can die. What a stun.
Oh god.
That dart's just brutal as fuck.
Waiting. The shotgun doesn't come out big for him that time. As John Cutie and Victor are able to come up huge here, and now it's left up to Silence. The kill over.
Can win.
He brings that power back to the A site. Runs in. Tries to close that gap. Against Victor here.
Oh, you know he's off
for the squad. Goes for the defuse. Victor with a quick peek check. Oh! He goes for the insta repeak, which Silence is ready for. And he gets the quick defuse. Plenty of time here, and Crew are able to lock
Good recovery. Good 1v1.
Plenty of time where he shouldn't have had that time. After he
could have waited, I think. He could have totally waited. In my mind, he could wait.
All of that the whole time. And then when you tapped on the spike, you still made noise as you were diving into a pool. So you know that he's still off spike. Yet you still want to try to go for the jiggle to try to catch your opponent off guard. On the instant tap. And yeah, that is very nicely done in the end for Silent. On the reaction time with even a chamber shot at the beginning.
Red Bull Clutch exciting the Argentinian watch party here. We see them live checking in on the team, crushing in the maps right now. And it is going to be a quick tech pause. I'm going to say quick. It's going to be a tech pause coming in here as we get into a possible fourth round. And guess what?
Oh my god. Insta.
We're back
Thank
in
you.
the game.
Okay, well, state of the game, though, we still had three
it's because they hit so fast, I think, on the retake, by the way. The Crew hit so fast on the retake, together it's like 4, that you can assume that no one's flanking. Because usually, if you just played back all the time on here, just put pressure all the time, then that's when it's like they're probably stalling for someone flanking. So I like that idea. What is this lineup?
Water through.
They created a ladder. What is this strat?
Haven't really entered the site just yet. They're gonna go for the left side and try to route.
Oh my god, it's not gonna work because Uzair just got 2. Oh my god.
Down as Sadak is just kind of looking left and right in the back.
Wow.
Alive somehow. Now this page Silence rotates.
Oh my god, Cortezia.
Cortezia sits him down.
Just ult him. Nice run on him.
Guaranteed round now.
There it is.
Wow, Redux. Good round out of Redux and Cortezia.
Beautifully done in the ISO.
Dude, they created, you know, they created the letter H with their ult.
Switch it up and vary the play.
I actually don't get how, it's like they trapped him in a cage, I guess, is like the idea. Because then anyone in that cage, right? Because like they do this wall, or they do these double walls, right? This is what the walls look like basically. And then they did a push wall, they did the ult. Right, they did the ult going this way. So it like, anyone in this zone gets punished. I guess is the idea. So what are we stunning, by the way? What?
They continue to fly through. This is the kind of stuff we were waiting for.
Free A site too. Free A site. John Cutie's an insert mid. Les has the timing maybe. Oh, timed each other.
Sentinels read that too.
Nice shot, John.
TP on top of the paranoia
I mean, Cutie.
And as they re-cleared, it was an easy kill to do as they held it inside of that smoke behind the drone. So kind of using a drone as a bait to get the punish.
So now they want to go hunt.
So that was really nice.
I like this. Probably get Victor.
Start early, a 5 versus 2.
Victor's looking to hunt.
Plan on the pulse plan, trying to chase down
I would just have John Cutie hunt as the money for the next round. But I guess you can build. You can build Victor's ult.
didn't pan out in their favor in these post plants.
Heard that.
Be nice to give Victor a few
Wow.
points here. There's one.
Oh, that's good
It's
trading.
almost like a double take. It's like, wait a minute, that is a person. But that is John Cutie cleaning it up. 3-2. This is kind of where we started the first map as well. Before it was 4-2, and then just Crew sprinting away with a lead.
What?
It looks like he was getting what he asked for. The aim is a bit more online with that warm-up for the first map here for Sentinels.
You could almost say that we're cruising.
Oh, I was going to say don't do it.
Oh,
You
sorry.
shouldn't have. I don't know if I can stop you, though.
Never.
3 ults ready here for the side of Crew.
Dude will definitely pull out the Tour de Force right now for Silence, so he's been very,
Tour
very
de
good holding
Force.
up and anchoring this B site, but he's actually trying to use it for mid control quite early. They haven't seen too much early presence out on the side of Sentinels
I'm
in front of B.
trying to
but
think
they're
about how
also
the smoke
making
is
sure that they're
used.
Rolling over all the rocks by throwing out this smoke on the
Stops.
ground.
Okay, so there you go. That's one, right? Stops you from getting spammed when
On
you
the
tap
attack side,
orb.
actually, to control the
I guess
orb
another way is like it
for
can you can
Sentinels.
explode out of the smoke,
Ready
right?
to activate on mid.
And like weave through like a Gibby bubble. Shout out Apex players.
Thrown up. You can see Crew is just waiting, but they're going to have these this elbow insert of just basically every member. of
Ooh, Shock didn't break
Sentinels
it.
Through here.
Yeah.
Silence goes to fight it. He's gonna peek it again. That is a choice. Victor takes it down.
That is actually that is true. That is a choice.
Maybe thinking that would have been solidified as he went through, but they
So
did
that's
not
a free
on the
B
orb.
site.
So it is going to be a B take here from Sentinels. Pretty easily taken with pistols to come back.
And that's a silent assist for Jonah
Okay.
with the Owl Drone too.
I would like Cortez to keep farming this.
So they stopped the bleeding.
It's 2 away from
too,
ult,
you saw the
or like
position
at
was
least get him
quite
1
nice
away from ult, if
The
anything.
Dota Fall set up by Silence. They attempted the shock dart to break
No
down the
Redux.
shields to get first
No,
blood.
bro.
Although we'll hold that thought though. Sadok is back with the bandit.
I mean, they don't lose this round. I just feel like they just
Still
there's
has
no
a
way
few
to lose
shots
this
to
round.
take in this situation, but they got a lot of work to do too.
Yeah, and you're hoping you don't need to use it, but this should still be a Sentinels round because they have that Hunter's Fury available for Jonah P, who's already playing offside. So they're in
It's alright, you guys got to
position
save or do
to
more damage.
settle up and secure this.
Yeah, no, it's lucky. Oh,
Instead
They
of
still
run
win.
and
They
gun,
still
it's
win.
gun and
No
run, pick it up and
way,
do the work.
bro.
Oh my gosh. Nice damage there by MWZero at the end, but it's going to be Sentinels round.
It's
and
so
that's the important
expensive.
part. They are having
Actually,
to
so
battle
expensive.
through these quite a bit, but it's better that they're getting them in the W column.
Yeah.
That one.
It was a nice try though, and again, I think it's Crew put themselves in the right positions as well.
Yeah.
After they saw that harbor smoke in front of that B side controlled. Okay, the rotate should be coming back here somewhere else if there's no pressure coming in from that front B side. So you are trying to.
By the way, I see the bear.
Close in.
Yeah.
To close in and try to break the shields.
All right, what do we have here from timeout? That actually is a lot more in like the chatter and back and forth for what Crew is doing. Last time Zonic was kind of just here and there offering advice, but yeah, he has some stuff to say. So feeling like he has to get in the ear of the team more so on Breeze as Sentinels have kept this even.
Well, from the looks of it, again, the last round was a little bit more of a mixed buy that you kind of had with a couple of players being quite low. But they were quite punished easily when on Lotus they weren't. When they were throwing a couple of rounds where they wanted to try to play aggro with Util to follow up and allowing Dante to activate a bit to get an opener, he's been sat down right away.
Yeah.
What's been good for them, at least in terms of the results, is how good they've been on just attacking back off the Sentinels as soon as Sentinels gets on site. So they didn't want to leave that space for Sentinels to take so that they could just start flooding back on that side. And you're seeing here, at least from the setup at the beginning of this round, that they're not trying to go for any of these type of trap plays. They're just trying to control and maintain, again, from the look of the smoke here of the Omen of Sadat.
He was saying that. Sorry, I seen to order something.
Let's take a listen to Sen
Right
here.
off this.
Actually, perfect time to listening.
Gotcha. Hold the top with me when it fades.
I'm picking off you mid, I mean.
Yeah.
They use another
He
open
has to
smoke.
be,
They
yeah.
want a main.
Okay, just listen to me. Yeah, they want to make. Come forward. We're gonna do 4 A split. For mid and Sova solo A.
Yeah,
Can we peek this together, Victor?
Yes.
I'm going wide. 3, 2, 1.
I'm gonna just stay mid and watch flank, okay?
Just I think you can
Just
just
run
drop,
mid,
just you can just use your shield from close and we just
Sova
go.
drone elbow, I think. Sova drone elbow.
Yeah, I think they might be in the orb. You gotta cover us.
Tell me when to drone.
Take bomb.
We need to get going, get going.
Just trying to think of everything that could kind of buck their situation. Someone's in the orb. Someone's
Close to Neon close.
One flanking elbow.
Nothing bricks.
I'm blind.
I hold it.
Dead.
Nice.
Wow.
Kill him, go.
Just go at me. Go at me.
Get a smoke. Open smoke.
Dead.
Oh my god, wait, they almost actually died. Or they almost actually lived
He's
that.
blind on the left,
Default. Sight.
I want blind yellow, I'm an ulted out.
Omen is yellow.
One chamber.
He ulted out.
Chamber nice.
The way they're
Careful.
closing in on these calls is so cool to see.
30 seconds.
I'm planning to say 4v2. Chamber has up.
Chamber was nice. He was nice.
I'm smoking your right, Vic. Okay, well done.
I'm just going with.
Careful. Flank. Nice. W bait.
You're my savior.
Lord is go.
You should chase.
You should chase.
Wall up and down here, forcing the gun to come out, and you already see it now. Silence forced to fall back and save his op.
I mean, I don't know if it was mid-TP, but he was
Looked
here.
very good here for the comms of Sentinels. I mean, if you guys don't know, John Cutie.
Yeah.
We all know him like that. But he was basically calling they want the A main, let's try to just go for heavy 4 players on middle. It was dangerous because if you looked from the mini-map though, you already had 4 players contested on that side of Crew on the other side.
Right.
What really helped Sentinels to really start opening things up though, is not only on Jonah P's droning on the A side to get the info if they actually took control of main, but it also allows here for saying, okay, well it's empty here, we could actually ult into the doors and start activating that spot, and you saw the bloodbath and the trades come in favor of Sentinels right after.
And
so
it trickled down from the somebody's maybe an orb. Okay, there's only one site. You know they're all towards mid. That one of those players is going to get hit by the kill contract no matter what, basically.
Comes to show how fast you have to pivot from time to time too, based on the macro you're trying to bring at the beginning of the round. So great pivot and calls, and all the players on Sentinels seem quite vocal towards what they want when they want to start activating as well. It's not only on John Cutie setting up the plan, but it's your duelists too, looking for the setup.
You did get that initial though. Okay, listen, this is where we're gonna.
Yes.
There's a point where the round is his.
Honestly, really calm round out of Sen.
All right.
Another mid hit. I think they should just, they should use this mid hit more often.
The lead here.
Issue is op on the way.
And it's gonna be
Finds the right timing. Wow.
To get this round back. Less hiding with the classic over here on the
Silva
right
for
side.
Silva ult. Redux just in the nice spot, killing Samizera. And John Cutie stays into the mid. Wow.
Getting scattered on this Silva ultimate.
They're playing this map way better, I will say.
Yeah, still winning good fights too.
The comp is still like, I think the comp, wow, actually almost tried to say Cortez, yes, unlucky. John Cutie is farming there.
On the 1v1 inside the goal line, gets it now for Sentinels.
Good round by John Cutie. I ordered some food.
It
Chat.
almost looked like it was gonna fall apart though for how we executed for Sentinels in the first place. It feels like we.
I didn't buy wall. Oh my god, I'm trolling.
I was about to say.
I
Because there was a gap there on the top of Nest. Why are they scaling up there with the wall and then a free kill from the top of Nest? And then looks like John Cutie realized here that he didn't buy a wall, couldn't wall up and section off the top of Nest into the B site, but still gets a 4K for the team. So he saved himself from the embarrassment.
Yeah, see, this Vaughn is really good just for like the first fights.
Sentinels just pushing through, and actually put everybody. I say everybody, but we still see Cortezia on the left side of the map here towards A for a bit of ruckus in the beginning of the round. Make the noise.
Double judges on A.
Bring the crew defense to this side. But it
Can't break it. Unlucky. So they know it's there.
And this is good old signature Sadak. Play close with the judge.
Oh my god, Victor's kitty. Sorry.
But he repositioned himself because of that second smoke that came through, and it was no pressure coming out here from the Sentinel squad.
Swinging together once again.
So they see the judge and they want to rotate immediately.
Safety.
They are going to walk into the stack though, and the op is also here. They're going to pause maybe.
Completely moving.
Wait, Viper lineup. Incoming maybe? Viper
And
lineup?
they're okay with that for Sentinels too. It almost looked like they were trying to cut rotates in the first place by having Cortezia inserted, but after that, if they're trying to go for the site hit, you still have a pit to work out with for. And then they make sure they grab this orb too, so you're sectioning a lot of that site.
Wow, he's actually forming a lot of ults.
Big dividers
John Cutie is.
wants to be in their face, and he's able
No, this judge just stops them entirely. I mean, they get one. That's nice. Issue is they're walking into Viper Orb. There's the walls being used already. You can't instant rotate because you have no omen, so it's like unlucky. Unless Jonah does work here.
What's in the site? Wait a minute,
Oh.
Professor.
Wait a minute.
Class is in session for a moment here. Can he get himself to safety? He doesn't realize he's still surrounded, and Les is just about to creep into the situation with eyes on the prize. Jonah P goes down there, and crew, they correct any mistakes on that one, but lose a few members.
Crazy that they get that around, though, from inserting a judge on both sides, both extremities. And right over here, that scaling, the wall is actually pushed all the way out towards ladder for them to try to scale on that left side. But then Dante just found his timing again. Getting more impact frags this time around than what he showed in terms of numbers on that first map of Lotus, but definitely making this salvageable for Crew as they were starting to lose a lot of rounds here since this round number 4. Sentinels are looking pretty good with how they're operating here on their attack side. Looking at these positioning, they're looking for this early mid control.
Fast. They've actually expected people to be here in mid.
It kind of plays this. The Harbor plays the same.
Want to get themselves.
Oh, I thought okay. It was I thought it was like the second stun. That's
walls
right.
On walls to get the space they need, and they only have to look at a few angles here. Whoa!
I will say, wow.
Out of that one on his own.
Wow! Oh my God, is Dante guy's good?
No way! Back and forth, the pillar has saving grace to be able to get
okay.
4K.
I wanted to say this. The way the Harbor's being played is kind of just similar to like other smokes.
An amazing round from Dante.
Because that mid smoke is typical, but I think the advantage of having that be also like, okay, last round. Hello. I think the advantage of having the bubble shield is purely for the sake of Victor can go in this smoke. He can like check out the smoke and then pop out on somebody, or can just straight pop out, and if he needs to, he has like a way to kind of like escape.
You saw him peek the wall, and you're like, oh, he knows they're coming. He'll hide, slides out, like crazy.
That's what I'm getting. Hello, Dante.
He's playing God mode right now.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree with that. He's
a shot.
taking a moment to realize what he just did and spawn his silence.
Just killed Victor, who just ulted. It's unlucky. Relix went off ult. They didn't have Cortez ult.
This looks like it might just fizzle out altogether.
Dante, well, there goes.
Late to the round, second to the party.
There goes Cortez ult. Dude, walk in silence.
John Cutie doesn't take too much to the wall. None,
Insta 4-person on site here.
Oh,
shot does nothing. Unlucky.
On the other side of the site, hoping to get a
kill. You know that, right? Yeah. Rolling this? Oh my God.
Cat and mouse on this wall.
Okay, well, that's an issue.
Tough one to get out of. Redux takes a shot. Doesn't even get to open his eyes when he wakes up from the nightmare. 6-5 here for Crew.
I think a bad timing in the end, because there was 2 guys over on that A side too, and I think he was trying to just ulti for somebody close, and then hopefully his teammate could trade if he dies, but I think he lost his teammate just in the last second. And that becomes a freebie because the rest of Crew could just collapse onto John Cutie towards the door, and that's it. Cortezia right at the bricks.
That hit on the trademark trap just right out in the open. So many little things are getting caught on here on the side of Sen. But can they get the 6th round? They had that 5-round surge before Crew was able to battle back. And it looks like they're just going fundamental sight hit on this one, or I should say default sight hit. Straight through. Still getting spammed by Sadak. Why wouldn't it be?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So now the 3v5, Dante finds another one there. You can see the assist coming through, the trademark hit as well. And yeah. Oh, the little tricks are catching Sentinels off guard. A quick trade there slows down the fight, but it looks like Sentinels are not going to be getting out of this one alive. John Cutie and Jonah P left alive here, the 2 with the veteran status on this squad that you'd be looking for to capitalize on a round like this. And it's only going to be John Cutie left. He gets going to zap down. There it is, 7-5 for Crew. They're kind of playing with their food at this point.
It was a great start, I think, for Sentinel. It's like a great, like, kind of.
And Crew seemed to be.
Yeah, because they were down pistol, right? Yeah.
Yeah, what a time to activate.
It's a good recovery for Sen.
Last couple of rounds. I think it was like what 3 and 6 or something like that, finishing on a.
I don't. Wow.
That said, though.
Redux, I think the ISO is finding some value just in general. It's just Dante and them are just having some like really good rounds overall, and they're ready.
Tough second half for Sentinels. Let's see if they can battle back.
I'm gonna play Asmo over here, by the way. They're playing really like well just together. The crew team. Because what I'm seeing too is like they kind of just like they're either finding the reads, and then they're just like full stack. They're like heavy sided already, like they're strong side already on Sen's side hit. So there's that. But then there's also like, even when they're not side hitting, or they're not on strong side for this on Sen's side hit, someone's just on site ready at least. And if they're not ready, they're just winning the gunfights too. Just like when you're winning the gunfights, like you can't complain, right?
Seven to 5 here for Crew. They come back in the first half to make sure they take the lead, and they have been reading Sentinels left and right from Lotus and now to Breeze. It's how they continue to take these rounds. Sentinels has to buck the trend. They have to get out of this kind of back and forth that Sadoc's able to read.
Yeah.
Ewok said they're coming in aggressive, they're coming in crazy. Let's see what they got now. They did bring the squad to do it.
And Crew played as aggressive.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
When they tried to go
hotter on that side.
When they tried to go too aggressive, they were punished, and you saw that Sentinels were able to string a couple of these rounds for sure. But when they went back to the tried and true of this very map of Breeze to play the Flood retake, man, was it looking good for them. Now on the attack side, though, with the Neon at the point, Redux is already low HP, trying to walk down, though.
Destabilizing. Tries to get that cut through. And Victor will get a little bit off it. But it doesn't look like they want to push too far. Shots across the map are happening. And yeah, Bless is able to pick back up on that. Then the shoulder shot to Redux, low HP. What an opening of B site, just like that. And Sent probably felt like they had control of the round right there.
This is scary. Both of them too with Sheriffs. I mean, it's Sheriffs across the board.
No.
But less with the Sheriff is always good.
Cannonballs? What is happening here?
Bro, the Sheriffs are insane.
They're gonna let him keep
On the Zeb especially too. The Sheriffs are just insane.
Game, aren't we? Okay, Jonah P's one
He can
shot,
ace.
Cortezia, so 3 more and he's through this.
Do it, bro.
Oh god.
Everyone's gonna ace.
Oh god.
Do it, bro.
Oh god.
One bullet. Well, actually, I don't know if it's one bullet.
Uno mas.
No!
There's a gentleman's
That's
agreement
unlucky.
up there for a moment. You love that. Just in the side silence is like, all right, I'll wait. You guys go ahead.
Yo, pistol stat trackers. Peru 3, 1 overall. Sen. It is 2-0 for Crew on this map in particular.
You had 2 players are able to lurk in.
We almost seen 3 aces. There's been so many 4Ks though on like both ends.
See how much damage Les could do now when he's given these opportunities.
Revealing area.
Now, once again, Sentinels have to fight backs against the wall, just trying to farm up ults as much as they could, and that definitely will be heard here from the side of Silence, who calls that aggressive B push. But then for the rest of the Crew, they're doing the same thing, controlling the A side orb, making sure here that the drone's going to get some good info for the team. This is an interesting Viper wall, though, giving a lot more space than usual and just trying to punish players through the line of scrimmage. Crew just wants to wait.
This is also more for the mid control, I think. This wall is just easier to like have.
Fighting back and forth. Dante has been cruising into these positions so well right now. Less hiding. They're just quick work of Sentinels right now. The smokes are up. They're playing a cat and mouse game, letting Sentinels make the first move. Honestly, it's just patience right now, but it looks like fast play from Crew. They're just kind of letting it fall into their hands.
Yeah. Like I said, they wanted to play it safe. The drone doesn't spot anybody. You have no real information outside of the orb being tapped towards that B site, and you have no active info towards middle, so you don't know if they're walking down mid, if they're stacking B, if they're stacking A. So now you just got to make sure that the team stays as a group. The wall comes down, they find all that information, and now they have better weapons to fight against. So, again, through any type of pressured scenario,
Here's the big one. This will tell me if it's just done. Like if this map's just done.
They have less walls.
Yeah.
Using the walls that they have. Oh my gosh, Dante going in so fast. I don't know if anybody would have lived through that here. Let's see if they can get another round in their favor as MW Zera starts off quick. They have a say though. Finally, they have a say. It has not been Sentinels able to attack back right away. It's too much of a gap. Oh my god. How? Sadak with a beautiful kill from behind, and the backstab is now it's a 2v2, waiting to get control of the site before the full plant. They're looking to help each other before they do that. That's in the open. Oh, he's in the open. No. He still stays alive though on the swing.
Oh my god. Okay, so good round.
It just looks like they are
good bonus too. Like you need that round if you're Sen. It's such a good bonus.
They're kind of losing the moment to play the game.
And not afraid of baiting out the spike plant. So they tap it every single time, always double swung towards the end too. They're playing with a lot of confidence right now, knowing that they could just outduel Sentinels so far. And they almost made it happen in our bonus round. Remember, it was Spectres, Bulldogs. Definitely a huge sign of relief there for Ewok.
Crew should win this round.
Again, control of the
also Outlaw, by the way, and 4 people on half armor.
Now, you wasted so many weapons on the
Granted, one of them is the judge, but like 4 people on half armor. Yikes. Silence can farm. Already very free mid control. Dante is just on an island.
Why not use these outlaws against them?
He's a B, guys.
Olha aí, somente de Wanda dentro, talvez. Abre no seu contato, Dante. Tá, beleza.
O Isa tava lá na base.
Mas não tenho certeza que nenhum tá DD de hoje.
Acho que começa dronando ali atrás.
Drone, eu posso fazer uma mole se você tem tanta certeza.
Isso, faz essa mole aí, mano.
Vou dronar o A.
Oh, drone não.
So early info towards A main.
Aqui. Nenhum avançada A.
Neon tá. Dá para aplicar. B.
So patient here, waiting for that time tick down before they activate. You see the spike down already, and they're This is kind of what they did on Lotus. Go, insert, find things, let them rotate, and Les will be there to give them a hug.
And there's a next insert from Tyrant's chamber in the front side while they're making noise.
Jonah dead, Redux dead. Just explode onto B side. Cortesia needs to do a lot of work here. And you still have Les in mid. It seems like Victor found it out still, but like that's just unfortunate.
It's like a round of who's watching who so far here. John Q did as much as he could on a 5 versus 1. But man, that was.
That's the round to win, anyways. It's like there's no way you kill 4 on the bonus on your bonus round and then you don't win this round, right? Like unless something goes horribly wrong.
And then now you have so much of the map to work with. While Sentinels are plugging the gaps for the other spots, they get backstabbed right after.
And a timeout from Sen right away. After the round, we see Ewok was fist bumping because they got that bonus. Sadak knew what the team needed to do, gets them through. I mean, they all did, right? You said silence behind the outlaw. It's coming from everyone's brain right now. A 10-6 scoreline here in the second half on Sentinel's map of Breeze. And Crew are looking fantastic right now. We expected, you know, a lot from I think a Sadak team or Sadak in general, right? Whether it would be from agents, whether it would be from the meta he's going to bring in or how the team runs. And it looks like everybody is just gelling from the start. The way that Sadak plays behind Dante when they pushed on Lotus, when they pushed on Breeze out of B into A. Yeah. It's just everything seems so synced up already for this squad.
I would almost think that the conversation with him and Coach Zonic too, looking at the Crew roster, is like, okay, well, we got, again, an amalgamation of players that have had flex and sentinel roles in their career in 2025, mostly from in different regions and in challengers. Now let's play to our comfort picks, right? Let's not think outside of the box yet. See if this works out. Let's get the feel of the game. So you're seeing like everybody pretty much best in slot right now for Crew.
And Sen as well. I mean, I've been loving watching Victor play again. He first into the fights, no hesitation on what he needs to do on the Neon. Just honestly riding a bike for Victor to get back in here. So that's been awesome to see, and he's getting it.
And that was the thing with Optic Gaming too. When he was trying to create space for the team, he was doing so. Yes, he was dying a lot in his scenarios, but he was actually activated enough for the rest of the team to follow behind. I want to see that more from Sentinels too, just to make sure that they were working in tandem to go for these team fights into their favor.
Sheriff damage is the name of the game for Sen this time. maybe pick up a side weapon here if they can pummel somebody with 3 members of the team. No.
That's the whole year. What are we talking about? Like, they're playing it well though.
But it's only an outlaw. It's not going to bring the round back into your favor per se.
Especially with a pit trying to retake with an outlaw, gonna be tough.
It doesn't work as well as a shotgun. Sadak on an elevation again. The man lives up here.
That's what we're talking about too. The elevation that would be a pain point to deal with for the side of Sentinels. Although not
Okay, 4v3. They do. No, bro. John Coody's ult. I mean, they might actually win this round, but like.
The shots he makes.
Okay.
Takes him down though in the end. 4K
It's a good 4K. John Coody's ult just blinded Cortesia.
That's another 4K from Redux, and also winning the
That's a good eco round though. Honestly, they played pretty well. They found like the one isolated play on a sniper, fortunately. And also this kill was like kind of massive too. And then you can see here, Cortesia can't shoot Sadak, even though he did see him. Because John Coody's ulted. Because John Coody's ulting and just ults Cortesia.
Cubert's happy now too. He's not getting squished to death.
It's all good. It's chill. It's like a chill.
All right. That was a huge round to win too. An eco round for Sentinels. Now they have a lot of economy. Now Victor can bring out the
what?
And he scores that first blood.
Response Dante just walks up immediately into double door. Or not even double door, just like at least walks close. What a shot. John Coody might be aware of the Sonic push up here, maybe. Yeah, he's like holding for this push up because he saw the smoke too. Must have read the TP too.
Your top fragger for Sen right now. John Coody putting another one on the board and putting a little bit of stink on it. And now this 5v2, they look to get a flawless round as they're going to start trading with the ops.
Dude, he's got the killer look right there for John Coody, man. He wants to win this game. He wants to pull the team back right now, and it feels like they've done so with amazing 2-op kills from Victor.
It feels like they're saving Crew are.
Because as much as it was pretty one-sided in the second half, they're also finally down to their last expenses for Crew Visa. So they might have to start using their visas now to hopefully get a decent buy in the next around this op and his handle that they're going to save.
A good one. Thank you, Vincelli. Visa like the card because they're sponsored by the card. Yeah, that's a good one.
Just sync up more rounds for the defensive side. And then you kind of have a fail-safe if you do need to screen through with the overdrive. Should be an easy win. 15 seconds here for Sentinels. The timeouts are paying off, though. I gotta say, some of them have just not mattered from coaches, but the pivotal ones right now, you know, Ewok getting this one in for Sen. Make sure they have the right idea for their final rounds to come through.
Yeah. Nice for even run out to pick up an orb. Redux is trying to do the same thing so he could get closer to his...
That's an orb.
I mean, that's fine, right? Yeah, I mean, Cortesia can just buy for Redux probably, or Redux should have enough money even. These shots were insane by Victor. That one I don't get, because I couldn't even see it either. Must have seen something.
That one, dude, was...
That shot was just even better. Like... He does Victor guy on Neon, bro. And then Sen can just win until like Jerwin gets his or I guess gets to LA, right?
Take more confident shots. You take, I should say, riskier shots because you're more confident. You missed the first few.
Victor ult's available, so like you can just keep the op. Jonah has Sova ult.
Go ham at this point now. He's already on a forward angle on B, actually looking to step up more. So yeah, the confidence is there.
And he can instantly rotate thanks to that.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Off the top, little haircut for
actually huge damage, low key.
Okay, right back at you.
Okay, well, that's even bigger damage. What? That's even better damage.
The gap now for Sentinels. And look at Crew, they're deciding to flip that map across to fight towards Troll.
Ooh, they take all of orange. And now Sen has to kind of audible this and figure out the way they
I'm out for.
Okay. He's like, I don't see anybody, but I think they see me. Is a good call to back out there. Jonah P gets the fight going, but we're not fully bought into this just yet. They got to figure out where Sadak
2-2 monies, or sorry, health is pretty one shot. Never mind. Okay, well, this should be a done round.
Sees the move, and I don't even think that
well, that's Jonah. Okay.
There, and he gets picked off by Sadak. The little things that they're putting into their gameplay just make the rounds go in their favor. Crew pick up 11.
That's crazy. Getting value off the 2 rifles that they saved in that previous round. Silence and MW0 taking value out of that. It almost feels like one of those simple things from Sadak. He gets pinged out by the recon. He TPs towards the spawn just to pull the defenders back and kind of reset the information that they get off the dart. And then now they're just getting out positioned from the smoke right after. And they get picked off. That was super nice.
The battle of the IGLs this game. 20 kills for Sadak, 18 for John Cutie, and John and Sen looking to push this to a map 3 with all their might here at the end. We start off round 20. Operator still in hand for Victor. There's some ults here to use. Cortezia can stall the site with the ult, but they're choosing not to right away. They want this retake potential.
Almost looks like they want to crunch back towards middle and take control of that before having to retake towards the A side. Remember, they have so many slicers on the map, or on the roster.
Oh my god, they spot Dante out.
Dante, forward mark there.
Shield pop too. They have to wait for the shield to go down. Or maybe they want to fight this now.
It's just going to be a fast lane.
Honestly, good stuns overall.
Something's going down.
I think it's fine to invest Neon ult. It's not like the craziest thing in the world. Just you have no fade or like no way to like kind of like full decay somebody. Unlucky. I mean, a call for save. Can't even save the op. They're just gonna chase you down, right? Redux went off.
He's getting tagged. They're chasing him down. He's actually isolating fights too. Cortezia already closed that gap though, as you saw him rotate from the top of middle into elbow.
Yeah, he's just stuck in spawn now, right?
I was just trying to see if,
yeah,
he wants to let Sentinels come to him, and thankfully it's an op that closes the gap. And speaking of closing the gap, Sentinels are only 2 away of being able to tie up this game.
And they have started to bring that aim game online, that's for sure.
So basically, the ISO lets Redux do what he wants, and I think it's a really good way to kind of let Redux kind of just, because Redux is supposed to be one of the stars, I think, on the team. Basically, I would say next to Cortezia, and you could argue once Jerwin gets in, probably. Oh my God, this you see the Hulk meme?
For crew, it's difficult for them to try to play the walk contact as you're walk contacting into an op. And you also have to figure out the right moments to maybe try to drone out here to activate through that and be a little bit more grouped up here for these hits. Right now for Sentinels, they haven't been looking to get any aggressive lines here over towards A and middle. The only time I've seen the push out was Victor towards that front B site, where they were able to be quite good in terms of fast rotates after. But the next thing is John Curie's currently playing a lot of top middle towards that nest. So if crew does start adding a little bit of pressure,
Put some PJs.
There's not going to be
Okay, I can't hear the audio. I'm gonna put on some PJs. It is getting cold in my room.
So again, it'll be an opportunity for them to play a little bit more slowly and default more for that mid control.
What's up is like
finally take control over
2 hero rifles, because Viserys, Viserys didn't even save his one. I forgot he died. 2 hero rifles.
Probably won't be this round though, because we have 2 rifles and pistols.
Bank some A pressure with the harbor smoke,
so that Silence can
and then just a typical A hit out of crew. I like it. They're gonna walk on the op though, because
that's a scary op.
That's a shocking. Wow.
He lives.
Full countered it actually.
The scary one in that spot. Apparently, Sadak's trying to push forward here as they're pinching from multiple sides. The wall drops, and yeah, Sadak's.
That's unlucky. He actually almost would have gotten the kill for the orb.
That recon was huge once again. 2 assists there for MW0. From getting the pings onto 2 players. So
oh my God! I put on pajamas and I can just feel my legs warm up immediately.
Now the map's been flipped.
Oh, that's so nice.
Crew's at the advantage in the post plan.
Good shock.
That's one of the things.
He didn't do too much, but it still didn't still did good.
John Cutie takes a shot and hits Silence.
Yeah, there you go. I mean, John Cutie got a kill off of it, basically.
The numbers. Less gonna move forward into the smoke. Looking to pull the shotgun. Oh, he pulls out the sheriff. What is the thought there? And he still gets it. Gonna be alive on the other side. It's all about time now.
1v1. It's a Bucky though on less. So the Molly. Oh, he thought the Molly was gonna full land in no time. No way.
Very nicely done.
That's a 12th round.
Les goes down. Could not get to it. And John Cutie.
It's unlucky. It's all good.
You almost think he made a mistake.
It's not a good. It's not a good if you're Sen fan, but like you should win this round, right? So what did go wrong eventually?
Holy moly.
I mean, this, right? The first start. Redux can get anything started too.
1-5 fire there in the dome.
And then the rifles just did work. And less, I guess, too. Less did work too, Loki.
Maybe he thought he was going to be faced with 2 people and he had to go for a
The rifles did work. The rifles just did their work, and then Redux just couldn't get even a kill. Because he popped his shield. He almost got 1 kill, I'm pretty sure. And that would at least, like, maybe refresh it, I'm pretty sure.
So smartly played instead of just putting it right on the spike. Crazy stuff. And right into B. Right, look at that. Look at the peeking. The drone on the left side, but he's also weaving vision to both sides of the team. Oh my gosh. I feel like
ISO picked up bomb. Big fight to win. Oh my god.
Without crazy, it must be Redux doing what he can inside the kill contract, but they all come out to the nightmare once again. As Last and Silence are putting the
it's just a done round, right?
And it's
Okay.
outside the site. It feels like the
I'm gonna have to wait for my
last
food
round
chat.
happened in
It
the
should be
blink
on the
of an
way.
eye. And this one even
Yeah, it's just a done. Yeah, let's do that. It's unlucky. Okay, I will be right back, chat. I'll give you the interview on.
Their first game of stage 1 to take down Sentinels.
A new crew was formed to run the town, and today they rule over Sen City. And that with some amazing calling coming out from Sadak, and seeing the resurgence of players that kind of fell short from all of 2025. If you're looking at the whole roster from NW0, Dante, Sadak, Silence, Les, none of them have found any results in 2025 for any team that they played. And now they formed together in this matchup against Sentinel, who's also in a current rebuild. But they definitely came out stronger today.
I think that is a common goal as well. That all of them, not goal, but they come from that position.
Yeah.
Where nobody's saying, yo, I need this. I'm the main player. He's the main player. He needs that. Everybody's there to play.
Yeah.
And they, like we said, they come from those positions where last season might not have been great, last stage, a few stages, and they're there with the passion. And we're seeing that come through. A team of unlikely players coming together here to really show us what that teamwork looks like.
I think every single one of these players had me moments of like the hero across the board, like 4Ks, back-to-back aces. Maybe not from Sadak, but he was getting so many smoke kills too, while at the same time calling for the team. And this is looking very promising for a team like Crew Visa.
Absolutely. It's not even like a Crew is back moment, but they have grit. And I think it's a grit they're going to grow very, very hard, because it can't be their back. It's basically new, right? Let's see how they build. Sentinels as well, looking to build, looking to come back stronger here. They did show for their map of Breeze, but outshot and then outmapped.
Yeah.
Sadak had that read, and that's something that's just hard to get through.
Yeah, and I don't think it's necessarily like they're facing a disadvantage with all the nerfs that you're currently seeing from Will and Yoru. They're just trying to find an identity. Yeah.
Also some.
And then also seeing that, you know, you have Reduxes on different roles as Omen to ISO, but he would still put up some very good numbers. So if you need a shooter right now and a score duelist in a team like Sentinels, they have it at least with that player, Redux, until you have Jerwin joining the roster.
Right on. Yeah, there's a lot to come to fruition for them, right? And the way they kind of want that style to work in the first place. So, yeah. It's tough to get that against a team who is doing everything they want right now as they get on. And a really strong Lotus here coming out. We did see Sadak kind of not branch out into super weird things like going back to Ascent meta stuff. But yeah, it's definitely Sadak is back. The brain is there, and it's cool to see again.
Yeah, definitely. And also seeing the, you know, the comeback now from Zonic to be able to coach a star duelist like Dante. I think that's going to give a little bit of familiarity on somebody that's so young here for Dante on the stage right now. So maybe not the best rookie year, but going into the second year, looking a lot better this time around too. And those 3 months of practice for Crew Visa, it really worked out, really panned out for them. So now that you have that confidence, say, or at least testing out their limits to say, okay, well, let's go onto the stage, see if it works out. They were dominant there. So looking at the next few weeks, it's a gauntlet for both of these teams to try to make it to the playoffs.
Absolutely.
It's not going to be the easiest of teams. I think they're playing like Furia, Energy, 100 Thieves going into that group. EG, that like an extra world champion. That is a lot of teams to play against to try to make it to like the least fourth place. It's crazy.
It's going to be really tough. Before we throw an interview as well to speak of the Ewok, he's even mentioned it's going to take a while for what I bring to the table to be implemented, right? And they get to kind of go through a run through that today, see how it was implemented. So more time there for Sentinels. But it's about hearing from Crew right now. So we're going to go ahead and send it over to Dryad down on the stage for the Verizon post-match interview.
Looking amazing with this 2-0 against Sentinels and Sonic. I want to talk a little bit about what we were just mentioning in that coach interview, is about how you define your style as a coach. and we saw a lot of aggression coming in from the squad, a lot of floods, a lot of a team that was ready to react. How much of that is that what you're implementing, and how much is it Sadak?
Oh, that's a great question. I'll say that everyone who remembers the old All Nights on Ascension 2024, they knew that those guys know that we play an aggressive style. I like to play an aggressive style. I think we mesh pretty good with Sadak. I think he also likes to play the aggressive style, but then kind of swapping the style into more like controlled style, I'd say, a more slow pace. But yeah, it's part of the system.
There's a little bit of the balance between everything, but also you're mentioning how Sadak is joining and kind of merging with this team. You were part of a team with Dante.
So I'm low-key an idiot.
So what is Dante now compared to what he was?
I wanted to order some popcorn chicken and some boba. So I got the boba.
Insane.
I meant to get like popcorn chicken, just like straight up, no like nothing else with it. I got a popcorn chicken bowl.
He knows what we need him to do. And when
which is like cool, but I didn't really want a bowl.
He's been doing that on scrims, and I think today he showed why he's here.
And it's a system that is not only really good for Danton, for the Neon that he's playing, but also for the rest of the team that has insane firepower. I feel like you guys are one of the teams that have the best firepower going into stage 1. What do you think? Where do you place yourself compared to everybody else?
Oh, I think I have to use my I don't know. I'll say that we are among the strongest, but I can't say that we're the best. Like top 3, probably. Like we still have some growth to do on the tournament. There's of course our first game on VCT. So yeah, there's growth to be done. Like we need to evolve.
But, I mean, you guys look amazing. Sonic, thank you so much for the interview. This is the win the crew gets, but now we have another amazing matchup. SG2 against MIBR right after this break.
When you've played FPS as much as we have,
you have tried every mouse, every shape.
And we know shape matters.
Shape is key. This one has both our experience,
our family name,
the next piece of our legacy.
Built for the big stage,
for the biggest moments. The Susanto Brothers mouse.
The human body.
I got a taro milk tea and a popcorn chicken bowl.
Not trapped at a desk in one singular posture for 12 hours a day. It's time your chair evolved. This is Secret Lab Titan Evo. Ergonomically engineered for you, gamers, hybrid workers, artists, backing your every move.
I didn't mean to get rice. I didn't mean to get a rice bowl. I kind of just have it now. Well, I'll give him a section. I don't know why my thing does that whenever I do this.
MIBR, that's our first matchup coming up in this season. They have some of the GOATs on their team. They have Aspas, they have Zekin, of course, and with that, those two, I think they have a pretty good dynamic.
I'm glad that we got to play G2 first, because I think I would like to have the challenge early to kind of get us ready for the rest of the split.
I feel like Zekin's a little bit more the playmaker on the team. He kind of gets the more sacrificial lamb style kind of gameplay, I would say.
Here comes Zekin. He's pushing that heaven smoke. One step further forward here. Nothing divided, trying to get this side. What? Zekin! They're sending it forwards again, blitzing pace. Once more, but Zekin, he can't be denied. He can't be stopped. He's gotten away with murder. It's unethical.
The last time we played them, we got smoked 3-0. We were coming off of a BO5 the day before. We just didn't have the stamina for it.
G2, of course, they always have been known for having a great team play. They're having a great core that understand each other like 100%.
Attack though, right? Gonna catch Aspas. Can he get out? Oh, yeah, the double tap. That'll do it.
I felt like MIBR were out of it, but suddenly this actually has become a real chance for them to get this first gun round win, but Jaw has other ideas.
Blind firing from MIBR. No way! No! Aspas! It's a playground on the site for a player like him, and he is not done yet.
Be prepared to see a new MIBR.
I hope you guys like double duels.
Welcome back, everyone, to VCT Americas and our second match of this opening day. It's G2 versus MIBR. I'm Golden Boy, back again here with Athena, Mimi, as well as Emily, after we just saw Crew take down Sentinels 2-0.
It should be a good game.
Yeah, whoa, oh, Cupert!
I had to.
Oh,
He was right there. I did.
Okay, I mean, you just got yeeted to Carajo land. All right, well, there you go. This one, of course, though, this is going to be an interesting rematch here because this is a rematch from our middle bracket grand finals. That's right, in case you don't remember, we did triple elimination at kickoff. G2 picked up a 3-0 win here, and I know, Athena, you wanted to look at a round in specific and talk about what went up in that game. What you got for us?
Yeah, I figured what better than boring B-roll of highlights than to have my beautiful voice talking the whole time.
It's amazing.
No,
I love it.
Seriously, the main thing that I want to point out is that even though these scorelines don't really reflect how close the games were, they were really close.
Okay.
MIBR and G2, they played a lot of these rounds that were super close, and this is going to be one of them. This is round 11. It was the last map in this BO3 on Corrode. And I really want to talk about how different the playstyles are for both these teams. So right off the bat, right before barrier, you can see G2, they're already here, ready to do this 4-1. They have the Viper on the lurk, and you have, MIBR holding on their defensive setup. They are just so ready to just play the game, be normal, see what G2 is doing, because they know that they like to aggress really quickly. And so right off the bat, you see that this is read instantly by MIBR. I'm going to point this out for you really quick. So they're just grouping up for this execute. Omen has already teleported all the way into spawn. And G2, again, they know that this is happening. So what do? They cancel. They cancel the play. And the thing about G2 is that they really like to play together as a group. And in response to this, MIBR, what they like to do is get a lot of aggressive information. They are a very proactive team with a lot of fraggers. And so what we see here is actually Verno managed to walk all the way down mid. And he does get punished for this, but not before getting a pick. And I think this is where MIBR likes to play with a lot of their information, going for those aggressive peaks, whereas for G2, they like to do with utility. They like to group and get that information. And G2 is a very, very strong tempo team that likes to play either super quick or super slow. They decide that right off the bat, and this is one of those rounds where, again, after that pick, they equalize numbers, they're ending towards that A site. And another thing to look at is now Aspas. He's not playing super aggressive, actually. He's playing all the way back on this A site. And his teammate Mazzino is here to play as well.
I needed this.
KO and Waylay. But that's not a lot of stopping power. Or is it? Because on the other side of the team, or not. Because Aspas is already holding his ult out. Because they know that G2 has their ult as well. So he actually counters this ult and completely slows down the take. But it doesn't matter because look at how fast these rotates are coming in from G2. The spike hasn't even, or sorry, from MIBR. The spike hasn't even come in yet, and they're so ready to be there. To these players now, fighting for backside. They're not letting them get as much aggression as they want them to be. And Aspas immediately gets that first pick, but Baby Bay trades it out, and Mazzino, he's so aggressive with these flashes. And at this point, they're up numbers. It's 3v2. Your whole team is here on this A site for this post plant, and they're so ready. A flash out of the smoke, Trent gets one, but he instantly gets traded, and again, a 1v2. So for MIBR, this is looking really good, right? Super close round. They should get this defuse, right? Wrong! Baby Bay almost eats his chair off the stage, gets that 1v2. But again, this is what I'm talking about. The rounds are so close. MIBR, super proactive, taking a lot of that space. Yes, they're playing with a lot of ones.
Up here.
Yeah, I'm keeping this up here.
Great still.
This is, wait, let me zoom in too.
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
hold
right?
on. It's
No,
gone.
but I think that was
Yeah.
a great breakdown, though,
Yeah.
of why this game was so close at times.
And the score didn't reflect
The
it.
score did not
Yeah.
reflect it at all. I remember we kept going back and forth. We were like, okay, it was a couple kills go one way. It could have leaned on MIBR's side. But the thing is, though, is that G2, Mimi, we've been following them for years. They're so good at ensuring that they get that round win,
so
right?
good.
Like, that's their whole gimmick. That's the whole thing with them, and they're the best at it.
Yeah, I think both these squads got tasked in this kickoff of playing into a meta that went against the style that they want to play. For MIBR, it was an Aspas who you want to see him on the Jet, and instead we're in this Waylay, Yoru, Neon. These are the best agents, and they were basically never playing that full Yoru Waylay that was so popular in Americas, nor a ton of the Neon that defined the more international metas when you look at a team like Nongshim. G2, however, I think also had a meta that went against them, but for them, they adapted to it. In Americas, they dominated playing the double duelist, flexed their style for it, and then refined that when they went to Santiago and brought more of that discipline back against some of the best teams out there.
Yeah.
I feel like MIBR, with that same task, didn't quite live up to that adaptation in the same way, but I really think the changes coming in now with the Yoru nerfs, with the Waylay nerfs, a lot of this works to the benefit of a team that likes to play those other duelist agents, and who also likes to play that slower, more defaulty, kind of traditional style that Fraud loves to call for his
Yeah,
things.
and we'll keep in the conversation as well on G2 here, right? You know, G2 did add Baby Bay into the roster this year, and he helped this squad get that second seed for Masters Santiago. Yes, results weren't what you wanted to see from G2, what I'm sure the G2 teams, Emily, or G2 players wanted to see, as we know these guys always strive for perfection. But to Mimi's point, they took a lot of great ideas to Santiago, and I'm sure they took even more phenomenal ideas out of that event into Season 1.
Yeah, and I think a big part of that was having Baby kind of join this roster, because early on, like Mimi said, we kind of saw them struggle a little bit, because he was still playing like that fill row when he was filling for Elite. He was playing a lot of the Viper, he was playing a lot of the Chamber, and then when that wasn't working for them, they started to lean into that aggression that Mimi was talking about. We started them finding a lot more success, having a duelist like Baby Bay to kind of back up Jog, and even then, Jog was able to kind of come alive again in that meta that they were kind of feeding into.
Two things I'm looking at for stage 1 for G2. Number one, I need to see Jaw thriving on the Neon. He's a solid Neon player, but when he was at its peak, it was a double initiator, breach meta, where he could just full send. I think the best Neons right now, what they're doing is finding the right times to freeze, let their teammates scale in while they create a distraction, and then further the fight. Very tough balance to find, and I felt like it was off sometimes for him in Santiago. Number two, we need more from Baby Bay. He was good in Americas, but he didn't live up to the play that he needed in Santiago. This is his redemption stage to show that he can dominate again here in a meta that I think is going to favor him being that alt player, likely getting to play a lot of the Chamber here. And those are my two keys, really, for a G2 winning again in Americas and succeeding in London.
Yeah, well, this team, of course, dominated in their region right here in the Americas. You can see the track and the success. It speaks for itself, but still looking for that win on international soil. For now, though, let's see what's going on with Coach Josh RT.
Next international,
Jaya
they're placing second. Look at the pattern. Second, fourth, seventh, eighth, fourth, second.
From G2 ahead of the second match of today, and something that we noticed
My
going
team's never
into
being
G2 that was a lot more aggressive, and you carried that on going into Master Santiago. How does that change or evolve going into the stage 1?
It opened our eyes a lot about how Double Duelist works and how you got to play it, all the little strategies involved. It's not just simply just run it down. It's more about comps that control the pace and you kind of surprise your opponents with it. And it's really strong, like in the right moments, right? And so our meta approach this time for stage 1 is about like controlling that a little bit more. whether it be through the comps or with the strats, and hopefully it works out against MIBR.
So more surprises.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Thank you so much.
It's good to hear from Josh RT's evil twin. But of course,
What makes him evil?
The mustache and a goatee. Have you watched Community? Come on, lady.
No.
Unbelievable.
I have watched Community.
The guy
I
doesn't
just
know
didn't
ball.
realize
Now, of course, though, you got the new G2. They got Giacomo, and this is going to be a player that is certainly going to be one that we want to keep our eyes on here, because we were actually just talking about, and Coach Josh RT was talking about it as well, what the expectations are going to be for this team, for what their approach is, and obviously so much hangs on the balance when the dog is in the field.
Yeah, I think to go off of Mimi's point that we need to see Giacomo to kind of fire it up a little bit earlier within the stage, because we've seen him be phenomenal. I feel like
Hey, that's me.
So much
That's me right there.
of the duelist character, especially on Phoenix, which
That's
I love,
me.
by the way, which is one of the
She always finds a way.
Somehow, girl, you weasel that one in.
One of the maps that G2 actually did really well on was Haven, and it just happened to be Phoenix. And I swear it's not because it's just Phoenix. I think Giacomo did a really good job of playing that. His reclears with those flashes were insane. The garage control with that Phoenix utility was almost phenomenal. And it just felt like everything that he was doing had purpose and it had intention with his walls, with his mollies. Even healing himself at the perfect moments when he was low, so he didn't have to be kind of a hindrance towards the rest of his team. And I think for this, when I'm thinking about his Neon when it first came out, it was insane. And I think based on the game we just watched with Dante too, his Neon movement was cracked.
Yeah.
And I feel like for me, I want to see that out of Giacomo.
Yeah, I mean, early on, if we look at the struggles that he was having, he was playing way late. He wasn't getting utilized to his full potential.
Yeah.
A big thing for me is that they would try and play really slow, like old G2, right? But they were kind of leaving him on an island, and they weren't getting any advantage out of him. He was oftentimes getting pushed because we were in a double duelist meta where we just see them kind of taking space every single lane. And he was getting punished and shut down before he could even get started. And I think to add to Mimi's point is, even if they step away from a little bit more of that double duelist that we were seeing them kind of bring to life in Santiago and then the later half of kickoff, they still need to find a way to support him and actually use him to fight and take space and not just leave him on an island again.
In my opinion, if G2 is going to win a trophy this year, John needs to be put in Neon jail, and he needs to show he's still one of the best Neon players in the world.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, especially with how, prominent the Asian is, it just doesn't make sense. And Jog's so good on the character.
Yeah.
Just let him go nuts on it, right? But of course, though, on the other side of the field, you have a stacked MIBR roster. The thing is, though, the last time we saw this team play here at the VCT Americas stage, it was when they were losing not one, not two, but 3 BO5s in a row, an absolute heartbreaker, Emily.
And to start this off, it is actually Mimi's fault for giving that curse in the first place.
true.
It wasn't
It was
just
just your fault.
Calm down, dog.
It was not a curse, it was a correct prediction that the team who loses upper final would go out 0-3.
That was, but how can you predict that? That's so
Because
like,
it was
that's
gonna
not
Wish
evil.
that evil onto people.
Yeah,
maybe.
it was gonna happen. I mean,
prayer
somehow
circle, we
they
saw
managed to fall back to Earth faster than the people in orbit right now, but
Hey, that's a good tie-in.
it's happening
It's
like
actually
right now.
Right,
in
shout out
5
to
minutes.
the Artemis 2 people. They should be landing in a little bit. But yes, that's the thing though, Emily. They lost those 3 in a row. Mimi's curse aside, it is still a heartbreaking thing. But they're coming into this one, I think, still with some confidence because they got the roster to prove it.
Yeah, they have the superstar roster that they want to actually find success with, right? And they have the capability to do it. But a lot of issues that they were having in kickoff was from their lack of chemistry and the lack of comms. Like, they were making mistakes that should not be happening that late in an event. Like, there were so many clutch rounds or man advantages that they just gave up because they weren't on the same page. They were playing a lot of solo, and that really just got highlighted in those best of 5s. Because we think early on, they won those first 2 best of 3s to make it to the best of 5 gauntlet. And there is when they started to, the cracks started to show, and they weren't able to fix that.
Yeah, it was very prevalent there. You're really looking at Verno and Fraud to have to get things going here, right? Especially when you have such incredible options made available to you.
Yeah, compared to the field, I think that the way that they were playing and the agents that they were picking was very different from everyone else. They didn't play nearly as much much Wayla, they didn't play as much Yoru. When they were kind of picking these somewhat off-meta double duelist combinations. And I think the way that they were executing, in particular on their attack side mid-rounding, was much slower. They weren't as willing to full send on those double duelist executes that I think
What they do for MIBR.
G2 ended up adapting to and showing. So what I'm looking for here is an MIBR with the agents that Aspas doesn't want to play getting massive nerfs to come in and play to a meta that should be better for them and succeed.
Yeah, do we think Jet comes into this? I mean, is
It's
it
Aspas, man, absolutely.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or you know, could he maybe bust out the Neon?
Yeah,
I mean,
sure.
It's his second best agent.
Yeah, I think his Neon is really good when he does try to get a little bit more aggressive than we've seen, and I think like you were talking about, setting him up for success and supporting him more. And I feel like kind of they were ahead of the meta with these picks, actually. Like they don't have that way.
But they were behind the meta at the beginning of it.
Behind the meta, but now they're 2 steps ahead.
Yes, sure.
Were they 2 steps ahead, or were they 3 steps behind, and now they're 2 steps?
It's wrapped back around to
or are they just right where they need to be?
Here's the sell. The meta has come to them.
Honestly, that is kind of how it feels like.
I mean, Nongxin won a trophy when the meta came to them with Neon being as good as she is.
Yeah, we saw the nerfs come in, and we're like, oh, this is good for MIBR. That was like immediate thoughts, at least for me. So hey, listen. What happened?
Yoru nerfs.
Oh yes, the Yoru nerfs, specifically that one. Now, of course, I'll just send it over to Dryad. Hear from Zekin, get his thoughts ahead of the match.
MIBR is one of the teams that the fans are the most excited about. But second, something that you guys were talking about was how in kickoff you didn't really have enough time to be together as a team and feel really confident. So how are you feeling right now that you had more time?
Feeling really good. We've got a lot of good practice in over the past like month and a half. The meta's changing. There's a lot of new things, but we think we're on top of it, and it should be a fun match.
And you mentioned the meta. Something that was very big was the Yoru changes. And you guys were playing a lot of the double duelists with Aspas. Should we be expecting a little bit more of the duelists or something else?
I mean, the Yoru getting nerfed was a big thing. I'm playing a lot more of a passive role this time, but we're playing well, and we're excited to showcase it.
Looking forward to it. Thank you.
I wonder if Zekin is like relieved or not relieved about the Yoru changes. Hard to tell with him.
He had a good debut on controller, so I feel like he can't be too mad about it, you know?
Sure, of course. Now, it is going to be time for another 1v1 side selection skirmish. And up next, we have, an IGL battle. It's Valen versus Verno, the battle of the Vs. All right, let's see what happens here and who comes out on top. I have become quite a fan of these skirmish side selections.
Who are you
I hope so.
Huh?
Who are you pretting?
You know, I'm gotta go with my boy Valen. He's actually quite good in these 1v1s.
Yeah, he had an undefeated record until I think it was not the upper final. It was one of the late playoff games in San Diego that he lost.
Yeah, he was the guy for them on this skirmish mode. And
John Skirmish.
Yeah, John Skirmish is what they called him on the streets. But right now, John Skirmish is struggling against Jim Skirmish. No, he's down 2-1.
He's up 2-1.
Oh, he's up 2-1. I misread that completely.
Yeah,
Never mind.
Actually,
2-2. I was right the whole time. I should have just kept talking until I was right. You know.
I feel like this year has been a pretty good year for
I guess my almusal slash midday snack slash early dinner
individually
has been taken care of.
Yeah, he's been insane. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes his way as well.
Yeah. I would also.
I missed Taro.
Impressive. I mean, that kid is. He really is just okay. Valen, wait, I think he swept all the way around and caught him, like backstabbed him.
He's lurking, but no, I think Verno is actually a really fun player to watch because he's always so locked in. Anytime we see some stage shots, he is just dead serious, focused on the game, and that's kind of
why is this such a tactical skirmish?
MIBR is a team that will react to.
We just gunfight. Thank you, Verno.
It's very Marcus Aurelius coded.
Okay, stoicism.
I like seeing the whimsy a little bit more, but I respect that steadfast presence. I think Aspas has always brought that on pretty much every team he's played with.
Damn, all right, well, Valen ends up falling there. The man who once was John Skirmish now is nothing more than just
sad.
John. Well, I hate to see it here. All right, but folks, you got a couple big players on this team that could really put the game on notice.
I'll watch as much as I can. I was thinking at 6, I'm pretty sure.
He always commands a conversation. The veteran Leaf. I mean, Athena
it's
has
at
always
6.
been an X factor for this team. No matter what the role is. He's certainly going to come into this one as well with a lot of expectations, considering that he's going to be probably the one dealing a lot with these players in those final moments, right?
Yeah, I feel like his consistency has been one of the main reasons why G2 stays in a lot of rounds. Being able to get really good timings on lurks and consistently getting 2Ks or 3Ks for his team has been kind of insane. And I think as well, his understanding of how to play around the map really sets the tone for a lot of the mid-rounding that we find G2 doing. I talked a little bit about how G2, they like to be a tempo team. A lot of times we see those 4-1s, and Leaf does tend to be the one a lot of that time. And he does a really good job at it. I mean, you'd expect Baby Bay to be that one sometimes on that chamber, on the lurk, but Leaf, he's just so good at getting those timings, allowing the mid-rounds to happen, and making sure that the team gets a lot of those wins based on just rotating.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was gonna kind of say there at the end, is that I feel like G2 is so comfortable and confident about canceling plans, readjusting, and kind of resetting
like you
around.
in the breakdown.
They're so quick.
Because Leaf oftentimes is the one taking that space. He makes openings for his teams where even sometimes he doesn't really have to. He just gives them a second option very consistently, and it opens up a lot of more paths for G2.
I was actually going to say that. Like, you watch G2 play. A lot of teams do this, but G2 are one of the best teams at it, where they have an idea, but they're always thinking about a second idea. You know, somewhere else, somewhere out there, and then they'll move on that idea if they feel like they need to. And a lot of that is predicated, I think, on just the fact that Leaf is always that guy looking to create that second opportunity.
He's kind of a dream as an IGL. I think when you're not the one playing that lurk role as a leader, and you can probably speak to it, a lot of the time you're very reliant on that player, not just giving you communication, but accurate communication to give your information off. And sometimes that's not just them being able to hear a certain amount of footsteps or have accurate info. It's their read that you then have to predicate your call on. And that requires a lot of trust, which Leaf demands.
100%. And also like finding the weak spots in the other team's defense. I mean, he does such a good job at it. And as an IGL, you can't see everything on the map, of course, especially when you're with the group.
And he also just watches so much tape on his own time and spends so much time prepping and coming up with these good ideas to know what to expect in server. One of the most cerebral players that we have in Americas.
Kid's a student of the game, 100%.
Honestly,
and it's always been impressive to watch him do his thing here. But on the other side, though, right, you're going to be dealing
I
with
want to say G2 unless they allow Zekin and Ospas to double duelist.
A little bit of a preview from Dryad when she chatted.
Because I feel like if MIBR just buys in on double duelist, they could just fucking win everything. But also G2's G2, and that's my team. At least the players.
It really didn't make sense to me because you have two of the best duelists that Americas has ever seen, and they're still
they are the team that like will do well in the regional. Like, you know, they do better regional. And they also just know how to like adapt well to the meta. And they have the best ability to kind of like adapt to whatever meta.
But do you think Zekin going on controller is?
I'll say G2 like 2-1, but I can't watch all the maps anyways. I have to.
I think he's just following in Tenz's footsteps at this point, and we saw that quite a lot. He kind of is a mini Tenz.
It does mirror a little bit of what happened.
He didn't have the like temporary.
There's a chance also, by the way, if I'm awake long enough, which is like it's a weekend, so like there's a chance, and I'm like still I saw the energy. I might also watch Pacific, by the way. If I have energy, I'll also watch Pacific, low key. And if I don't, I'll at least like maybe watch the first one because I'll watch a
lot of time to go over their issues, go over.
Oh, did you want to watch party or? Or did you want to watch together or what?
They didn't really have that synergy, and maybe that played into identity as well. And maybe this was the time they actually needed in order to form that, fix a lot of those issues, still be able to set up a new meta with now Zekin on controller potentially. And I think it's going to work out well for them. For me, I have high hopes, and I think for them, this time off was definitely something needed versus a debuff.
Yeah, I mean, we heard from Zekin, what was it, like a month and some change that they had to put some work together. We also saw from the community, I don't know if I read that right, 50-50. split. No one knows who's going to win this
I
dang
think
thing.
that's really fair.
Yeah, I actually track with that because both of these teams are truly phenomenal, and we are in for a treat. This should be a great matchup between two phenomenal squads, G2 Esports, MIBR. MIBR, after losing 3 straight BO5s, they're looking for some revenge. And G2 Esports, well, they're just looking to do what G2 does every time, which is dominate Americas. Let's send it over to Triad and bring our teams out.
Riot Games Arena, let's hear
Massive
for the
game.
next 2 teams taking the stage on this opening day is G2 and MIBR.
All right, and there you have it. Of course, with G2 Esports, MIBR, we talked about it before. These teams, Mimi, they are certainly familiar with each other. As we saw the breakdowns in these rosters specifically, we know that there is a lot of pressure here that is going to be coming for both of these teams for this opening matchup.
A rematch in the middle finals, 2 teams with super high expectations and getting to have probably their hardest match to start.
All right, now, of course.
Oh,
before
chat,
the
I'm running
match,
into ads.
we do wanna
I
ask
forgot to run
everyone
ads
please
like
join
during that
us
entire
in a
time.
moment of
I'm running ads
silence
right
to
now,
honor
sorry.
The passing of Jal, the younger brother of MIBR, Sasi. Okay, thank you so much, everyone. We really appreciate your time, and we, of course, thank you. And we want to send our love to Sasi. We want to send our love to MIBR. We want to send our love to Sasi's family in this time. Thank you so much once again. All right, so now let's go ahead and refocus here as we get ready for this matchup. Map select should be coming up in a moment. And we know both of these teams coming into this one, a lot of passion out there on the field today, especially with the, the news that happened. But I think more importantly, I think everyone's out here really to just, give us the best show possible.
Absolutely. I think especially for MIBR getting a redemption from that 0-3, it was a really dominant loss for them in that middle final. Looking at the maps, though, I want to talk about the changes to the pool. I think both these teams benefit from it. That Abyss going out was not a favorite of MIBR's. You say exactly the same with the Corrode for G2. Bringing back in maps that historically were strong for both of these cores as well. I think it's going to be a very interesting change up from the last time these teams played.
You can actually see, I don't know if you guys heard, but players were doing a 1-2-3 for Sasi there, so that's pretty dang cool. A lot of passion, a lot of emotion coming into this one for MIBR. But great points there that, Mimi, you bring up, right? A lot of changes coming into this one, Emily. And you have a lot of map changes. You have a lot of agent changes. And these players too, right? G2 learned so much coming out of Santiago. And MIBR, well, they had to watch all these players learn so much at that event.
Yeah, especially feeling like we should have been there. We were one map away in that first best of 3 to actually qualify.
Huge
and G2,
game.
They got the same results, but the thing that they benefited from was getting that new playstyle incorporated. Valin being able
Lotus
to
split. Ooh, okay, Lotus will be fun to watch.
By leading
and split. Actually, all this map will be fun to watch. Oh my god.
Lotus, which
I love this map pool.
This is a map that
Or this
both
map ban,
teams
I
are
guess.
pretty strong on. So I think it's going to be very intense.
Or the
I
veto.
expect for G2
The
to
map
kind
veto.
of slow down their pace just a little bit and play into the more of push and pull that comes with Lotus.
Could you, though, theoretically, to Josh Art's idea, which was that they want to be aggressive, could you theoretically not do the push and pull and instead opt for that more aggressive playstyle here on Lotus?
I mean, you could, but I feel like with G2, that's what they're so good at. They're so good at controlling the map, and I feel like they can still do that with aggression. They can assert dominance by kind of going for these certain defaults and kind of conditioning the map, but I think that they're still going to try and play it strategically. I don't think it's going to be absolutely running it down.
Sure, I think attack side, I would expect to see a fair amount of 4-1s for G2. This is one of Leaf's best maps, in my opinion. When he plays the Viper here, I think he's really an expert at how he's pushing, pulling on the extremity, oftentimes being that A lobby lurker who's re-walking into that space late round and providing so much pressure, or when it starts in A lobby default, being that late embed to call back to. Valin is a very comfortable caller on this map. Taking a look at the composition, the Neon's not a surprise, but seeing that second controller be the Harbor instead of the Viper certainly is.
Yeah, I feel like there's really
this is
stall when they switch over to that defensive half.
This
you know,
was
they have the vibes being able to
like one of the old guard Lotus comps.
Especially towards that C or A side. That
I remember
so well.
like vividly, but I think the other the difference was also
I don't know what to expect when they get to
they did Viper Harbor, they did Swamp comp on Lotus. I'm pretty sure.
Getting a lot of control.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Yeah, yeah. Okay, everyone's winning.
Run up behind it. It should be good. It should work out. I think the wall might be okay for a little bit of C executes or being annoying towards that A site. But I'm really looking for the defense
Also, Chrono, give me you mod.
able to use that push wall.
If you're still here, you're mod.
To re-clear really well and maybe even set up traps outside of C.
Yeah, before the aging changes, I think we would have probably expected to see Baby Bay locking in the chamber on this map, that op that he's been so good at.
Actually,
but I think seeing the Vice picked up reflects an expectation of seeing a Neon on the other side for both teams. I think that's one of the hardest counters to actually full stall out that agent and fix your C site, especially for G2 playing without that Viper. Focus on MIBR though, they're sticking to the double duelist. Aspas locking in that raise here is interesting.
So Zekin just gaslit us in that interview.
Playing a little more passive, he locks the most aggressive agent right now.
Just feel so deceived by you, man. You know, I thought we were tight, and turns out you're just a dirty liar. No,
Never trust someone from New Jersey.
Whoa, Liz is watching. She's probably
Liz
mad.
is trustworthy. Okay, I take it back. I'm sorry.
Liz is watching, bro. Oh man, hey, but look, this is it is definitely a fascinating thing that you always see Aspas, like we always have this conversation about him needing to be the guy that would play like X character, X agent, this role, this jet, blah, blah. But like he's clearly trying to do different things to fit within whatever the team is asking of him to do here. At least that's my take.
Yeah, I feel like maybe with this, we're gonna see him playing a little bit more into that role that we are all expecting of the super hyper aggression.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe being paired up with Zekin, zooming together might be the key. That being said, I also want to see him op more, just in general. I feel like he does a good job when he picks up the op, even if it's
you want Zekin too?
Both. Okay. Zekin or Aspas. And I think it works out because with one, you can take a lot of space, but with the other, you can play more passive.
Folks, let's send it over to your casters who are confident that they could be the next Baby Bay. Actually, they told me that themselves. Here's Bren and Sideshow. Good luck, teams, for pick them up.
Don't do it.
Thank you, guys. Yeah, I've already had my time in the sun. I think we're trying to 1v1 Baby Bay in the past. Didn't go well for me.
Yeah, it didn't go well, did it?
No, I almost got an entire broadcast taken off air as well. But regardless, let's focus in. Let's talk about the match. It's MIBR versus G2. Two of our juggernaut teams in Americas, by the way. It should be a phenomenal matchup, and they've got skin in the game off the rip here for stage one for our opener for us. Well, second match of the opening day, I guess, as well. Because this is an MIBR squad that ended up bombing out. Adeska was already talking about it. They went through that gauntlet in the kickoff and just really spiraled out of the tournament entirely in those BO5s. G2 were waiting there in the middle finals. They were the one who bested them.
3-0, and it saw Aspas dropping an absolute stinker as well, going -20, which is a rare performance from one of the greatest players we have in the game. What a clash here this could be.
Yeah, it's 4v5. The bodies are stacked up, and it might be dropping at a moment's notice. It's all quiet for now, but it's going to get explosive soon enough. There it is. Stuns ricocheting off the back of it. And the pistols need to be well trained and aimed at these corners. The util, impeccable stuff. Another
just
one,
a full rebel
throw
fight.
down at the feet. Just a temper that aggression at G2, but they have evened it
Rebel
out
fight
into a
ends
2v2.
2-2 though, so it's like welcome back then.
Immediately at that, still it's all Trent.
That's nice from Trent, actually, just holding that angle for a little bit longer, expecting Verno to
I gave you VIP, by the way.
Valen had the chance to slow the round down, and now it's just a perfect
So it's
opportunity
again,
to do
it's like
so.
just like pretty normal. Like C
no
like
idea
is the
where
king
these
of
guys are
rebel
going
for like the
I
first
mean,
few
he's gonna have
rounds,
information if they do end towards C.
so that you know, like so that defense knows like you're not afraid of rebel.
Wait this one out, let the
And
round
same
stew a little
thing
bit,
like vice versa,
player
for like the other side, you know.
Tex feeling like they're going in the opposite direction now, though. He took a glimpse over towards the A line, didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a complete pause noise after that kill to a 2-on-1, and then just walk up into A. Don't think you'll hear this. Second the bomb is planted.
Now looking to get the space up onto these
Second bomb is planted. Text should know.
Diligence here, making sure
Yeah,
to be
that
clear
confirms
all
it.
the angles.
Okay.
Now the plant finally down as well, but Tex has got one hell of a meal in front of him.
I mean, you have flash, right? Tex has flash, so this could work out.
Single flash. Might not even want to use it. Might just
But
want to keep
since the flash can just be broken no matter what now, it's kind of just useless, right?
Standard affair from G2 doubled up.
It's a good bomb spot too.
That tree side, and as soon as
I mean, knows both now. Can try to just pre-fire and isolate maybe.
Good on his side. Classic in hand is a tough
I will
job.
confirm everything.
Yes,
it's over.
and G2 got it all handled here. Explosive to begin, and then tempered towards the end, but it's a pistol round under the belt for G2.
Yeah, you see the G2 was super ready for the
So this this G2 comp is like a variation, to my memory, of the swamp comp.
On a slightly delayed timing, about 5 seconds into the round. And there were multiple chances for both teams to call.
I forgot who's playing. Is Leaf on Omen?
3v3 or a 2v2.
Yo, you stole my kill, bro. You stole my kill.
Yeah, okay. It's the kind of energy we're bringing in.
There was a time period, I'm pretty sure, where G2, when they were the guard, would run Viper Harbor on this map.
I respect it. You're on Neon, why not?
But I mean, the Viper is like too strong. Like the Harbor is just too, or not Harbor, sorry.
Yeah.
But since the Harbor isn't as strong anymore
Since they've heard a little bit
because of the wall,
this is where maybe I want to gamble.
this is like one how the smoke's being used too. They gotta just like get early zones in, or like fight the one way like this.
Stun, come around
Wow.
a corner here. Joel's almost ready with that judge in hand, and just going to be putting him into a bit of a blender. Making mincemeat of a variety of
I just
players.
picked the gun.
MIBR just trying to offer themselves up here.
Yeah, this is good.
They will be falling shortly. Too much to overcome.
I think the fact that Harbor is also, by the way, like 7 points.
In the meantime, Babyface taking all of this.
I saw John Cutie get so many Harbor ults on Breeze especially.
They found the last straggler. Verno picked off. 2-0 nice and early here for G2. It's healthy going into the bonus. Only one player
Great
going
start,
down.
though.
That was Jordan.
So far, you're already seeing the ideas of both of these teams are bringing in. MIBR want to take the fight to G2. They want to find them around the map and force big teamfight brawls where the double duelist comp can have an edge. And
You
G2...
tried to let me get the orb and gave me the orb and the plant. How you even do that?
Yeah, and that's left Trent
How do you
who
even do
away from
that?
getting his ult online. Might not be able to play for it necessarily. Depends whether MIBR give them free space on A. I don't think anything's free against MIBR.
No.
They're going to force a team fight to take anything around the map.
This time off the rip. No patience. No tempering of it. Ready. Zekin's just there. Going to be planning himself over towards the rubble section. Judge in hand.
All right, so gun round.
G2.
This is how it's played out.
Unable to take a lot of that space early on. Zekin's going to make sure to absorb up a lot
They
of
use
it
so
here.
much util for this specifically.
Good mid-round information.
Ooh, Valen. Oh, okay. So they do this. They do the cove and insta break just to like remove the pressure immediately. To make it seem like I guess like they're either push more aggro or like they won't. They're just putting every piece of utility possible out of G2.
Cleaned him up at a moment's notice, but it goes both ways.
Okay.
Blind fire through the smoke. Yes, it is.
All right, fair enough.
Okay, Aspas gone. Text now. Next up.
This flash could do damage.
Timing, but he takes the peek anyway. That's
Oh, I would have kept.
instinctual
I
from
would have
him.
kept taking a fight here.
Chance to re-peek. Potentially there. Difficult fights on offer, but Texas still
Wow.
confident for it.
Texas catching the map so good.
Out swinging in
Wait.
second now. He spotted out where the last two are, but that is not the gun for the job at hand, Baby Bay. Level of awareness. He's just spotted it out wide, almost going down, shredded down.
I mean, this is a free
14, but he's
rotate.
managed to crack open a bit of a section.
Free
of this
rotate
map,
and you
but
have
we'll take
Leaf
that.
alive.
Yeah, an intelligent way for Baby Bay to take the fight, backing up as far as he could from the angle so the judge is less favored. He gets to see Zekin before Zekin can see him as well.
Oh my god.
A chance here. There is still a chance.
You're going to get a move on, but you've got to also hold this
Oh,
one off.
wow.
The bullets are rattling down on your heads. There's 12 seconds remaining to seize.
It does
Lightning
how.
fast. Mazzino is ensuring that he puts a stop to any sort of
That's a
activation of
decent
that
bonus. It's not the greatest bonus. It's decent though.
And it's pretty clean in the
It's decent if you're G2. It's like okay if you're MIBR. The obviously like optimally you don't lose anyone if you're MIBR. This kill's insane. Like how do you just do that? Hello?
Absolutely nowhere. Gets stuck inside the
Just died to Unk.
Yeah, you might have heard a sound cue off the back of that.
Aggro plays. Yes! There we go. That's what we need. That's what we need.
Fraud spells it out. What we've already been seeing. The aggression of the double duelist. That's what they need to be leaning into here. Very aggressive. C-mount control looks like a priority. This cove is being placed down by G2 as well.
They're trying to break it as quickly as they can.
MIBR making sure that nobody can skirt past it and take control of C without them knowing the door switch flipped. Leaf is already inserting himself deeper over towards Rubble. A cautious tail being wove here by G2.
Well, now you know that C is a little bit weaker. You found the wall over towards B. If you can, you know, try to put pressure on A and C, you're going to weaken one of them for sure. Looks like the destination in mind for Valen is over towards A. Getting Leaf on the Omen just...
When it's like hopefully this game ends like 5:45. At least this game. I can't watch the rest of it, unfortunately.
Setting up for these
Just because, what is it called? I have something
Are MIBR going to fight this?
That's 6 Inferno.
Ahead of this setup, that could potentially be it. What is the util? Just a flash to
What?
barely able to get a rifle under control.
The fact that G2 came out of that on top is insane too, by the way. Because Verna should have had it. Verna should have had a second one.
Rifling was just wonky from MIBR.
Oh my god.
27 seconds left into this one. Joel trying to play
No, this is insane. What?
He's active.
No! Wait, I'm too tough. No, sorry. Jogger's too tough. No.
For him in a 1v3. Late to the party. Ori with that forward pressed up position. Trent ensuring that he shuts it down. 3-1 here for G2.
It's a great beginning for them. They've also put pressure now on MIBR's economy. Starting to build up to old cycles of their own too. MIBR want to take these fights. I mean, this one was forced as well.
Yeah.
This is not a normal way that you would look to try to re-clear over towards Rubble. It's off the back of one paranoia. I mean, to be fair, like I said, they almost got it working, but Verno took a while landing the shots onto the second player, and Mazzino couldn't do anything with the open door. Economy broken for MIBR.
Yeah.
Some players could have bought up more than they did, but they're choosing just to keep the coffers safe.
Plenty of opportunities here for Leaf to thrive with that Outlaw.
Yeah, he's still going to be lurking, still going to be buying the Outlaw.
Very controlled by G2. As much as it has been explosive from both sides, opting into these gunfights, but G2 are making sure that they can pick apart the map, find out where the walls are being laid.
Oh, it's definitely G2 trying to control the aggression right now, isn't it? And MIBR, as you heard from Frog, wanting to
Oh,
take
no
the aggression
way.
whenever possible.
Oh, it was like the second shot connected. Yeah, Eco for MIBR. They have a Marshall on Zekin.
Aspas looking big and looking
What's the game plan here?
Driven them into the stack.
That's where the vice setup is. Thorns are
Oh.
gonna be dead, though.
It's a 5-hit. Oh, those thorns. Oh my god, the util's looking insane. But the stun's a great counter.
MIBR still looking to see if they can hold their ground.
It's counter stuns.
But he does have that showstopper. Ults could be committed. In fact, they are on the side of G2, feeling like it's getting a little bit dicey. So Nightfall from Trent, at least to see if he can.
I could see them rip the Raze ult, but the issue is Osmos is one shot. So like I feel like you just don't do it, right? Unless like you have a heal, but there's no heal, so it's just unlucky.
Very slim.
Look each other.
Likely that you're going to be spammed down. And going for the long corners looks like here for MIBR. They're just.
Yeah, this might be a die to spike kind of vibe.
Yeah.
We'll see. Valen's one away from getting his ult, and that's a huge one for the attackers. So I think the percentage play here is probably just a die to spike.
Go, go, go.
Good kill from Zekin. Time running short. Looks like they want to make a go for this one, but still players waiting to receive with open arms.
Just a calm cleanup.
This MIBR squad.
Different calculus being done there on the MIBR side. Maybe thinking that they can get closer to their own ultimates, and it's worth just trading it out. Just assuming that Valen's going to be able to pick up an orb or get a plan, some way of being able to get that ult online anyway.
The war chest is starting to brim up, isn't it, for G2?
Well,
it's online.
It is, but it kind of is on the other side as well. Yeah, the economy's not good for MIBR, but they're one away from Vice Ultimate, Fade Ultimate, Aspas with a Showstopper. There are many, many tools for MIBR to start getting this map under control, but it has to come now.
Go, go, go.
Another fight offered up. See the way that these teams operate in it. A ton of util going to be exchanged back and forth. Switch.
Oh, wow.
Mazzino with a peek, and that is like a Ferrari, just comes out of nowhere and rips Lee's head clean off.
Look at how MIBR are faking the Rubble fight, trying to draw out Valen's ultimate. He's being patient with it, though, at the moment.
Deep space from Aspas as well over towards that C-mount area.
I mean, the good news is you have Valen, but the bad news is he only has the Cove and no wall. So it's like, what do you do?
You cannot invest fully into a big team fight brawl because Valen's ult could swing the tide in the G2's favor at any point. So MIBR have got to try to bait it out. They've got to look like they're posturing aggressively in one area and try to drop back a little bit. And they've gotten themselves into a 5v4 by playing like that already. This wall has been towards B basically every round apart from the pistol.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Tex mix it up a little bit, but maybe he's just thinking double thorns on C is good enough.
They have been fighting actively for that C-mount control, so maybe feeling like most of the rounds they can have a player posted deep, getting the info regardless.
This is my nice aggressive duelist player.
Yeah, it's Aspas. Lost a lot of control of the map. You can see just from the position at MIBR. Incredibly
Was I was just playing just to hold the stairs position? Because they're kind of just going all in on site, and Oswald's can rotate to either side, right? Oh, they're playing so slow. They can just get stopped by this. Oh my god. Yeah, this whole stops everything. There you go. Done round. Done round unless they get some kills here. Lucky. Oh my god.
G2, they're gonna get this plant down, but it's just Trent. One man alone and a tap in time ran fully out of his favor.
Amazina's doing really well.
Zeno with a 3-piece. That is nice work.
Yeah, the opening.
They're playing so slow against the Raze. That was the issue. Like if the Raze is on the right area, it just stops everything.
Showcasing that they can play a more passive look to the game as well. Once they got into an advantage, 5v4, dropping back, still applying a little bit of pressure, but always making sure that they could be the ones flooding back in with the showstopper.
Yeah.
Aspas in his really passive position, just holding that stairs push and then ready to use the ult. Always keeping in mind the win condition for the round. It's a good sign for MIBR.
Trying to claw their way back up to another level scoreline and a different setup entirely for MIBR. They are full aggro. All the aggression in the world over towards that C-mount area. G2 have read this and recognized it and now going for a quick reaction, but they are looking to get slowed down by this device setup. Texas there has
Yeah, ult from Jogamo. Immediate wall bait. Or not even wall bait, just immediate wall usage. Arbor ult. Stops where? Ooh. Actually a nice spot for the wall.
That's a nice Arbor ult position to leave it in.
The wall's going to be causing issues, but a quick hop up towards that high ground box.
Bubble as well.
Back down again. This is ult's being expended again.
Oh my god, this is just an I have to watch the map. I just actually have to watch the map. Honestly, utilize ult. Doesn't really matter. Oh, team flash, unlucky.
Going to use it to light them up and see if he can pave a bit of a way to victory.
No flashback. Yeah.
Wide swing.
Wow.
Running a mockery over him and galvanizing into that.
What a fair agent. Just what a fair agent Neon is.
Up in tree. Both Vice players utilizing their ultimates in that.
Somehow they're just on the line.
I mean, Zekin at no point particularly affected by that. He's got the laser gun out at all times.
I mean, what, like 4 or 5 ults was used there, unironically?
Oh my he's just full strafing away from him at all times as well. So difficult as a target to hit.
That round was chaos. It was pretty much every ult expended, right?
It was, yeah.
Yeah,
it was literally just dump the ult bag as much as you possibly can.
The response is a timeout.
Because that was the round that knocks G2's economy finally down.
Yeah.
It's G2 that have been in control of this map basically from the beginning, and now this is the time where MIBR are favored to equalize. So, well worth it on both sides to just be throwing ults into that situation. And MIBR, I mean, I like it. Again, the fact that they're confident enough to be able
What's the switch up, right? Should you just find the Vice Wall again?
Alone, completely on
or just find the Vice Wall now? I feel like they could default a little bit more. They have given them way less, or I feel like they've just given Rubble a little bit more now. And then in the mid-late rounds, they're just going to stack the site anyways.
But in the match that they played against G2, G2 3-0'd them. And I said that Aspas had an unusually poor performance.
They kind of play like this like 2-1-1, where it's like Aspas or usually someone else will just be that extra one, like kind of floating, ready to kind of have it, ready to strengthen a site.
And be such a key anchor position in how the round works.
Yeah, even if it's not just the kills, it's the delay.
They and G2 needs to force more util.
In position.
For sure is the thing. Like if they can just, because like there's still resource util on that side hit, and there wasn't any stall. If you really think about it, out of the attack until retake started, there was double Vice ults, Neon ults. We saw, I'm pretty sure we saw Fade ult.
Just reversed essentially from them. Satchel a little bit too early, but all good. MIBR.
Ren, you're wrong. He boosted on top of the box.
The difference is the wall is not here, right? So Tex has one less tool to be able to delay this if G2 go full guns blazing on C.
It'll get very tricky, especially with the smoke propped up, because again, I don't know if they're just lurking up behind this one.
That's actually massive. They're actually breaking so much of the Vice util.
Choosing to detonate it, but
Vice util insert, maybe inserts? Oh, what a tether.
Sees the ult into the back is at least going to be done, taken out, but there's a sword.
The vines, they just didn't break the other set of thorns.
Anti-synergy, I mean, Tex is able to just really hold his own. Batter down the hatches.
Yeah. He does a great job.
Ironically, this is where the Raze makes a difference.
Seized, and then he dodges the Neon stun anyway.
Yeah. I'm not even surprised if Baby just gets all util destroyed by nades. Or even a satchel by Aspas.
And that lets him come back around and delete the entry player for G2. Very nice anchoring so far from Tex.
What? How is it even?
Jar with a movement.
Zek is in a massive spot. There it is. And it's out maybe? No, it's going. I like this.
As long as he's in the server, he's a bit of a problem for them.
Oh my god.
That is pure disrespect. What's his secondary weapon? He's preparing for
Oh my god.
You can't be telling me that that's the optimal play.
Did Brent say he's preparing for
Unbelievable. I saw a knife kill earlier this morning in EMEA from a player that had used both of the shots in their shorty. And in that situation, I'm like, yeah, okay. Here, he's got a shorty, bro. He has a shorty, and he pulls out the knife instead.
Nice, Zach. There we go. Get your one, baby. Get your
He's about
one.
sending a message.
Yeah, he's really sending a message.
9 and 6. Top of the scoreboard.
Tex is expecting an adjustment here. He's anticipating a B hit. So he's put Thorns with the wall now on B. And he is so right.
Constant adjustment to the setup. The Thorn's going to be used nice and early.
It's a perfect read.
Wall potentially, yeah.
There you go.
Sorted out and even triggered. So
Actually, a great start.
a couple of obstacles at least removed from G2's path.
And early on as well, so really nice proactivity from G2 to bait it out and not overcommit inside of it. And now, anytime that you bait out that level of Vice Util, I think you can go back over towards C. Because you know that Tex is not going to have the same tools to be able to work with.
I'll hold on to control, get that information, but spotting the Neon.
Yo, Tex is like leaned into his mod.
On the long rotate to provide some backup.
Tex very much alone though this time around. Walls up. We can see if they can bait bits and pieces more. This Util, Baby.
Ooh, this causes Verna to try to get the door control. Oh, but door tap forces him out of it. That's unlucky.
Quick evacuation out of main. And
They're ready for this though. All of MIBR is ready for this though. Or at least most of them. Well, none of them MIBR is ready for it, I guess. They just lost gunplay. It's all good though.
Crack open the B site. 2-player advantage towards them.
It's a pit plant.
Planks go down with safety in numbers. Watching for any sort of tomfoolery. Tex and Zekken. How the hell do you fight your way out of this one? The angle's watched. Smoke's propped up, and there's a shorty.
Oh my god.
Good awareness from Jorg.
Tex is just looking to hold on to the rifle at this point, isn't he? Looking to back it all the way up.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful round called by Valen there. I thought they were going for the B fake into the C pivot, and instead they fake it again. Pump faking over towards C and still end on B after they baited out all of that Vice utility early in the round. And they completely caught the MIBR guys over towards the blue room. Look at this. Just walking through the smoke one by one straight into Leaf and Trent. Behind the play.
Yeah, maybe thinking they were ahead of it for the pace that G2 called.
Yeah, Verno was just spiraling backwards, wasn't he? Because he tried to get on that deep B angle, and he just had to bunny hop out of there.
We haven't really mentioned it too much, but Lotus coming back into the map pool. It's a big win for G2.
Yeah, it is.
Corrode out is a map that they've been struggling with. Cove into the floor as well. Lets them try and play their way in over towards that C-mount angle, but no aggro play from MIBR. It's again just Tex anchoring.
Yeah, so the Cove there disrespects the one way. Because then you can fight in front of the one way, and the one way is not just useless, right? So it's smoke for smoke, so it's not the worst in the world.
Aspas. On a bit of a perch here. Might be able to see over the smoke.
Heard it.
It's a little bit too high.
Yeah, that's risky.
Okay, so that means when Les did it earlier, that they did hear that. But probably the sound of the game was just too loud. It's done.
At a moment like that, Mazzino, just the one before the trade is online. G2.
Early fight C, it just seems like a standard A hit.
Entire data site now there is fast and loose though as the approach from MIBR. They want to try and take this one.
That one was just in hell there, I'm not gonna lie.
That's how you even the scales.
It's a great stun. Pressure from behind onto Valen. He had a Prowler in front and a stun behind. Nothing he could do.
33. Rifle now committed. Cuts away the sound cues. Verno's not going to be able to hit too much, but again, the shots are still there, and he's found the slightest of gaps to play around with Baby down and out. This is G2 with their backs pressed against the wall. It's awkward positions in terms of the anchor. Planted out wide against it, and they're just spotting back in the heads from a couple of these players. All called out to comms. Clean now Leaf's position noted. One man and a 1v2. What can he do in a spot like this? Verno sticking already. The onus on Leaf. And Zekken honed in, locked in. Ensures that nothing goes awry.
Would have been a lovely time for
Yeah,
Leaf
no
to try
trust,
out the
Zekken?
floating
Or Verno? I'm kidding.
Zekken and Verno have got that locked up. The MIBR coordination looks like it has improved since kickoff. And maybe that's a low bar to say that you have to just be improving over time. When you just haven't seen a team for so long.
I mean, it's been like 2 months.
Yeah, these teams have taken completely different roads recently just because of the final games that were played at kickoff. We know what G2 have been up to recently. This composition, obviously, a big shift away with the meta change, but MIBR, if they're coming into stage 1 and they've done a lot of grinding, they could be a team to pay some serious attention to.
It's opened up again the aggressive proactivity. MIBR making sure that they are always keeping players deep pushed, getting information.
This insertion from Jogamo, though, is different, new, interesting.
Yeah, and he's got a shotgun too. Bucky could do some serious work here. Call is being made. He missed it! Oh, he's just missed the timing, hasn't he? Being pressured from either side. The call was made now by MIBR, looking to clean up the space.
What a blind!
But G2 running rings around them. Mazzino barely able to get the hell out of there.
I think he blinded the whole bunch, though.
Might have slowed him down just a bit so he can play his life out and in around that pillar.
Says, are you gonna flood?
Too much. The weaponry's still a bit weak here for G2. Not too much in terms of what they can work with, but the Stingers will do nevertheless still.
And second went to look for one.
MIBR with the rifles, one hell of an advantage.
Does it like leak just like a little bit, I think?
To its fullest. Weak as anything and being played into perfection. Zekin.
Yeah, that's how you want to see the Neon be used.
Yeah, putting his body on the line.
This one, a light by round. Valen might want to keep this. Jorg, I think, would be perfectly happy running a Judge or something like that into the next. And Valen decides to commit in.
Yeah.
But MIBR guaranteeing a worst-case scenario, an even half after G2 were running things early on. What were they up, 4-1?
Yeah.
I think it's a great recovery.
Almost dragging it.
Ah, man. Jorg, he has the Bucky out, and just as he goes to break the door, meets Zekin on the other side. Moments before disaster.
Yeah. One more round to be played in this half.
And we get Aspas with an operator.
It's been full-on aggression from MIBR, start to finish. This might be one of the rounds where they do look to slow it down. At least up towards the A side of the map. Deep B pressure already exerted by MIBR.
Yeah, Zekin is not slowing things down.
No. Pushed all the way out.
Oh my god.
No shotgun.
Early B pressure. Zekin gets on an insert because Verno is also just spamming mid. Or spamming C, I guess, from B.
Do they clear this? Do they think about it?
Space was taken so early on,
It
and
is.
the Prowler does connect, so pretty critical stuff. Ult's going to be used just to see if they can clear this.
What?
Spam onto the corner. Verno, he was looking to see if he can offset some of that pressure. How about the evacuation for Zekin to get the hell out, but he's paid for it with his life.
Got counter spammed through the neon
Also
wall.
means that MIBR are lacking quite a bit of information in the final minute of this round. But they're so close to massive ultimates.
I mean, this should be a readable round, right?
Round-changing ults.
Yeah.
Playing retake B as well to try to...
They use the ult, not necessarily to hard like clear something, but...
Deep ult now. All the ult's going to be expended, at least for that steel guard, and clears the way over towards B.
One kill, Aspas has his ult.
Time, Aspas.
Same thing with Zekin and Tex.
One more kill, he will get that showstopper online, but his position, it's not ideal. He's just looking for a chance to just get involved. There's walls in your face, slipping in through the back.
Must kill.
It
is, I mean...
Caught. Flanks account.
The issue is there's like nothing else. Jogamo could get a double and then just confirm the round.
If Tex wins it, he gets Vice ult.
Vitally important if the kills go his way.
His ult is winnable.
17 HP, and they
So winnable now.
Showstopper rebounds against the floor, finds his way forwards, but Tex is dropped.
I mean,
anyways.
ult.
When a rings overdrive is there, but 7 HP, surely not. How can he do it? Time running short,
7 HP.
and one bullet will do the job. Baby Bay, 3 kills in a round for him. And he drags it level 6-6.
Great to see Baby Bay back, top of the score.
It's purely winnable for MIBR there, just because they're also close to an ult, and like also close to good ults too. For like a round like this.
Like I said, that duel on the flank was important, especially with Aspas.
Confined retake area.
If he had lost that or lost the clutch, the half would be in a much worse spot. G2 survive.
Red Bull gives you wings.
1 minute rat chat. I will be right back if you want to avoid these Twitch Prime, Twitch Turbo. Or you can just sub. I'll be back. 1 minute ads.
Even as anything between these two squads, 6-6 here on Lotus. Skin in the game off the rip here. Normally, you know, it's hard, I think, to see the reason, the light at the end of the tunnel when it comes to, you know, the stages, the group stages in general in terms of the stakes. But this really is a battle for the top of the groups between these two squads right here in week one.
It really is. Group Alpha, you are looking at these two teams as being heavy favorites as the #1 seed coming out of it into playoffs. And I don't think that's underselling the other teams particularly. Like G2 and MIBR they're just stacked with talent. It's outrageous. We thought that MIBR were going to be one of our representatives heading to Santiago, and then they crashed down through the bracket multiple times. G2 helping them along the way, a quick push down the cliff.
That's why MIBR looking to show that these 2 months that they've had, they've not been taking time off.
Well, they had a very aggressive approach to the defense, didn't they? So I think G2 will be expecting something similar here.
But they just contact up. They cut all noise, walking up as much as they possibly can. And Trent was even the first one spotted. MIBR ready for the repeat. Sees the signs of life, though. That switch has flipped. Thorns will delay. Potential to get G2 in position. There's a 3-player flank as well occurring. A lot of pressure now going to be onto Tex, but what can you do with just that Sheriff? Turns out quite a lot. There's 1 kill there. Make it 2. That is filthy work.
Jorgamo just flew into the bullet.
Quick little jump spot. Gets the acknowledgement that Mazina was looking for. Waiting for it though. Stun waited out. Ricochets for now. Needs to be dealt with, and it is indeed. The horn broken. Wall is making it awkward here. It really changes the dynamic of this site, but aggression still seems to be the name of the game. MIBR not content to sit back. They want to see if they can take this one. Crossing off names on the server, but Trent, no more bullets. Has to commit to the reload. Time is ticking, and again the onus on him. He's got to push forwards here. No more time left to play for in a round like this. MIBR seal it up. Pistol round for them on that second half.
G2 with so much utility actually to commit to that retake, but decided to go on the triple flank after pushing out C. And I think Tex is just such a hero here. Finding the first kill is, about what you expect from him. But picking up a second onto Jorg, it suddenly just takes all the sting out of this flanked retake. And I love the more dynamic post-plant look. G2 will tend to drop into static holds where they're holding crossfires and high-low layered setups. MIBR taking a page out of the more aggressive book where you are looking to actively hunt the retakers and disrupt them. It's always more fun to watch, in my opinion.
Oh, yeah. Throws the opposition off their game, too.
Yeah, it's really
Did I for real miss the pistol?
But it's harder to execute yourself. It's easier to make mistakes and overheat and give away your life in spots.
MIBR 1 pistol.
Been hard at work in the time off.
Well, Aspas is playing the Marshal here, which is normally a sign that you want to feed this guy a bunch of kills and see if you can get up the ult for round 15. But he actually didn't get a kill or a death on the pistol. It's kind of weird to see a guy come into round 14 with no ult points.
And still, door opens up. Mazina's to take that first contact with Leaf cleaned up. There's more players where that came from. G2.
Clash on C as well.
Yeah, they're hovering around this direction. Texas actually opened things up over towards that C side, but I think this might be just a full speed ahead. Go ahead. And a quick cleanup, for the rest of the stragglers. G2 laying into the sidelines.
Some very weak players, but generally speaking, fairly clean for MIBR. They could afford to lose 1 player in the midst of all of that. And so the economy is going to be actually pretty good for their bonus.
Jungle still. Nice!
Zekken's more excited that they picked up the gun towards the end of the round. All right, I mean, absolute classic bonus round idea. Guys, we have weaker weapons, let's go B.
Let's go B. It's the rank classic.
It really is.
Gotta call it, man.
Well, and that's why G2 have got a wall there.
Yeah, ready as well to respond. They do have players in position. Just in case. Smokes, Prowler. Second as well, looking to see if he can
Tether.
take this one out, open over towards the top. Aspas.
Tether and then the vice wall separates them. That's actually insane. Not even like
the wall just completely cuts him out of the
like
picture.
unintentional timing, like tech.
Heard the wall right in front of him and got caught by the C's as well. But like you're saying, slight miscommunication on how they wanted to take that.
Definitely was a miscomm because Osmos is out and Zekin's just waiting.
Any sort of attempt of a pivot over towards the C side. It's normally
Tether timing has been really good too.
Leaf's position is devious with the door open as well. You're just not clearing this properly, I don't think.
Tex might be considering it. Stun though and a peek.
Triple swung, by the way, from 3 different spots.
Really nice.
He was triple swung from 3 different spots after the stun.
Trent's going to get the acknowledgement. Players are still lying in wait over towards B, but the door flipped open.
Stunned right here. Swung from here, here, and here.
Looking to play his life.
Still a slide available for Zekin here and a judge in hand.
Could do some damage.
Potential for chaos.
Yeah, and it looks like they want to fight even further forwards. Why not? Risks to be taken.
I do like this. Like, fight forward, try to get something. Unfortunately, the bomb is also right there.
Through the wall on either
Perfect
side
blind.
here.
Leaf just needs to not move.
Zekin does have chances, opportunities potentially with that judge, but again, it's just backs against the wall. G2, you know they're going to be playing this disciplined style. Not looking to let anything slip.
Wow, there's winnable now.
Strikes when the iron's hot.
I would have kept the judge, Lucky.
That slightest of window opportunities and even picks up an upgrade in the process.
They're so loud though that the flank is right here.
Unanticipated, unexpected, and it looks to be
Oh my
an
God.
insurance policy. Eventually cleaning up
Wait.
Mazzino, but Zekin's still a player in his own right. Looking at
Can win.
see if he can really take over.
Low HP Jogamo?
It's 3 in a round. He's healthy. He's got that rifle and plenty more bullets.
Yeah, low HP both.
Done. ISOing the fight, and Ace is available. Ready and waiting for the taking. Jog will shut it down.
Almost an unbelievable moment from Zekin there. 18 and 11. Looking
Oh, that's a valiant effort.
My God.
Jogamo handles it towards the end. Credit to him. But at the same time, yeah, look at this. Kind of. And in fact, I don't think he meant to commit with the blast pack. I think he might have put the blast pack down and tried to cancel it. And just been stuck there. Anyway, the story of the round is what happened towards the end rather than towards the beginning. Valen's very happy that they ended up securing it. Of course he is, but the damage is still horrible.
Yeah, look at
the
economy.
buy. They won the round and they're having to eco.
Tough
Yeah, that
spot.
is never a good sign.
You've seen a judge, no armor, bandits online.
You could make an argument that Zekin's essentially won the previous round for them.
Yeah.
Doesn't go up on the top of the board, but it's almost as good as.
Big knock to the economy. G2 going for an aggro play of their own when they got the weaker buy. Deep towards a rubble.
I mean, wouldn't it be an amazing moment for Jogamo to do something similar of his own?
He's got a rifle. Flip switched again.
Now Verno, you're the player with the spike.
You can't be doing that. Can't be doing that.
Through a slowing wall.
Yeah. Not ideal.
Well, that is nice from Mazzino, though. Utilizes the teleport to be able to get through the harbor wall, bait out the vice wall, and still get out. Perfectly played.
Good job,
Not a point of damage
Mazzino.
done either.
But still, on the other side of this one, that's Leaf waiting, judge in hand. He could do some serious damage to this one. Prowler forward, stun over the shoulders.
Judge
There,
did.
but even out. Horn dealt with on top of it. Trying to follow the sound cues, but not realizing the Tex has already inserted himself. He's found that lurk position. Jorg trying to get ahead of that. Sliding straight through, and
Wow.
this guy is active as anything still. MIBR. Slam the door shut in their faces, now looking for that pivot option.
We can
Quick
catch.
rotation and even faster plays on top of it. Valen, he's not letting them really get away with a thing. He's just trying to catch someone away.
And plant? Okay, Aspas, I see you.
Accounted for. MIBR leading this map by 2.
Aspas even playing for the edit bonus on top of being able to get the plant money and an extra ult for himself. Leaf getting outplayed in the Judge v Judge. Jorg nearly had his moment as well. He was the player with the hero rifle. Now G2 can buy again. They're behind by 2. Aspas went for the plant money, as I said, and the orb point in the previous round rather than trying to upgrade to a rifle. So he's coming in to this one with an outlaw. There are a bunch of targets, though, that he could go for with light armor.
Standard affair with a util. G2 not looking to opt into a bit of a rubble fight, just pushing back, breaking portions of it.
Instant A hit.
side.
Flash in, left side.
Yeah, some.
Wait, I can get bait over your hit. Maybe. Oh no.
Wait, I'm already. I have front B, guys. Ace looks good. Or you.
Backside. One more.
I'm
holding stairs. I'm holding stairs.
Two heaven remaining.
Two heaven.
Two heaven. Yeah, buddy. I'm gonna ult heaven after.
I'm coming back to you guys.
One drop. I'm ulting. One stuff drop. I'm ulting him.
Yep. My thorn stairs.
Wait.
Drop.
Nice.
Oh my god.
Defund.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm gonna hunt early.
Now. It's planted.
Damage? Any damage on him?
No.
Careful heaven. He can go heaven as fast. He can go heaven. I played like pussy. They have no smokes.
I play like pussy.
Can you go here?
I'll like this. Perfect now. Perfect.
Guys, I first.
Put that flash somewhere.
He should save. He should.
Yeah, he should. This guy was hiding here, the neon.
Nice fucking round, guys.
Shit on this guy.
Yes, sir. It's my
Good
dog.
shit, bro.
Let's go, bro.
Got
working these dogs.
So
guys,
they have Carver and Neon.
You can hear that. The comms from MIBR, I mean, it's interesting inside, isn't it? In the midst of all that
Owned.
chaos, they're looking to see if they can hunt
Do it
down
again.
Baby, but it's all clear. The communication between all of them. Zekin as well, I love it. Silent duelist just running, taking liberties up and towards heaven.
Yeah, I mean, he knew that Verno was going to be looking to ult the guy, so I think he's looking to play off his teammates.
Yeah, and he knew he had a tie sheet.
Yeah. But it's nice to hear insight from the teams in spots like that. It did look pretty clean. And I like the way that they were optimizing in the post plan as well to make sure that they didn't get overwhelmed by anything. G2 are forced to take a timeout at the back of that too. This is the second time that they've been ecoed in this half. In as many rounds. And one of them coming out the back of a round that they won.
Yeah.
So really tough situation for G2. They looked like they were in control of this game at the very beginning. And since then, MIBR have basically just been all gas, no brakes. From round 6 onwards, G2 have only won 3 rounds.
Yeah, the pace has been unbelievable, to be honest. Finding the right moments to strike. Zekin sitting at 21 kills.
Yeah, just to loop it back to what Mimi was talking about on the desk. One of the big win conditions she had for G2, just in general, not necessarily in this match, but across stage 1, is that Jorg needs to prove that he is the neon guy that everyone associates him as, right? I think clips of him playing neon for EG a couple years ago are just kind of like living rent-free in people's psyche. But Zekin's outplaying him here in terms of actual impact in the server. And, I mean, Zekin's an amazing player and an amazing neon, so the more opportunity MIBR have to be able to run him on this, it's going to be tough to hold a candle to.
Yeah. It really is when you're up against Zekin. He's lauded as one of the best players in Americas.
So is Leaf, by the way, but playing on a very off roll at the moment, and not really
For
finding
4-1
that same level of
default.
value that you would expect from the
Fade
guy.
eye early.
Expecting a turnaround. It's probably not going to be
I
around.
guess I was just an eco. Oh my god, Zekin is shooting. Oh my god. What a shot.
Zekin!
Sis.
He's just feasting.
Listen, I know G2's on a lighter buy, but it's just filthy mechanically.
Yeah. The
Hell of an
devious
adjustment.
The devious stuff that Zekin was doing when Neon was first broken in that off season. I say broken, and I mean broken.
Yeah.
But we never got to quite experience the most busted version of Zekin's Neon, I think. So we may be in for a treat this stage.
He's locked in.
And the maps that we have today, if they're playing double duelist on Lotus, they are definitely playing double duelist on Split and Bar.
It just makes sense, right?
Yeah. Almost everyone is playing double duelist on these maps. Now maybe they'll swap it up. Maybe we'll see some Neon Waylay, for example, combined if we end up there.
Last player standing.
One kill to Baby, but we'll lose the rifle as a result of it. Does build up to his ult.
The ults are starting to get to a huge spot. And
Both
considering
teams again.
Yeah, considering that this next round either puts MIBR at map point or breaks the economy of, and breaks the economy of G2. Both teams are going to be hyper invested to throw ults into the next round.
That is rapid decision making.
Yeah, lovely on-the-fly target selection too.
Immediately switches up, recognizing that the Neon wasn't going to be ready to respond.
Zekin pulls out a judge in this round. So they've got some specific game plan that they want to go for.
And we mentioned how important it is. Everything is on the line here. G2, it's all about staying into the game for MIBR, get themselves up to map point.
Rickham's close.
Yeah, but they made cricket, bro.
I'll probably here.
Deep
Deep B behind the tide.
When this smoke fades, I'm gonna flash. You take your shot. Okay.
Yep.
He may see the flash.
He's gonna walk through the wall soon.
Ready? Flash. 3, 2. Raise.
Close. Fight.
Two.
B. Go.
Go.
Close. Neon.
Backing up. Went stairs, no? No.
Yo, try
Turn
to
away,
tax
break.
out there. Let me play hard ult.
I have ult.
Let's try to play
One close break. Break. We're gonna split B.
In B.
I have the pivot. Heaven with the shotgun. Heaven with the shotgun. I can ult.
Okay, I can ult. In the heaven.
Stairs gap.
Fatal thing. I'm gonna fatal thing early. One in heaven. Heaven smoke.
Should be neon. I can stun it for you guys.
I'm gonna ult into break. We gotta retake.
We should go quick.
Sunny early.
Hell.
Still pit.
From B.
Pit. Nice.
Break with shotgun.
Break and B.
From B left side and break.
I'm gonna look for break kill.
He's gun. He's facing.
Covering the bomb. You're getting grabbed.
He ran away.
Heaven. Wait. Break.
I heard a break.
Break. Double swing.
Wait, 3. I'm just on.
Half.
Face.
Nice. Go, Jake.
Go.
Good round, Jake.
Let's go.
Come on, brother.
That is one hell of a way to turn around like that. I mean, G2, backs against the wall. The site was entirely theirs for MIBR. And when we're talking about how important it was for the economy, listen, a couple of their players did end up dropping, but winning around, keeping it together.
When Aspas gets these two, I thought it was clear.
I thought it was done.
Yeah. He takes down Jokuma and Baby Bay. Valen getting big value out of the kit too, though. Pushing these people completely out of the site with the Harbor ultimate, and then Cove on to be able to get a guaranteed half. But look at the timeline. That's only the 4th round that they've been able to get in so long.
You got to keep it going. One step at a time, one round at a time. Very aggressive, though. Off the rip here, it's a response to the util. Paranoia jogs forwards with that judge in hand, and he's skipping, hopping, taking the liberties with it now, and just trying to avoid the eye with a horn.
Oh my God, Jogma.
He's out of there.
What a movement.
Like a thief in the night.
Avoiding the value that Verna was looking to get. Tex on the other side of the map, trying to open things up, seeing if he can equalize things for MIBR. Baby Bay's just jump spotting this. Baby Bay also has ult. Would hate to go down in a spot. Looking to just play this one as slowly as possible.
MIBR looking to see if they can contact their way in, but not quite. Mazzino's got that paranoia off the contact, catching the players. The TP accounted for Mazzino.
Almost a prediction aim there.
He's locked in. Knows exactly where these players are lying in wait as they look to retreat out of the side. It's G2 who've been cut to pieces.
And they know that Tex is lurking around somewhere behind too, so G2 have got to either up the pace really fast before Tex can get into position, or constantly be worried about their backs.
Still Garden, ult's expended
It's not
now.
great.
It's not great as a pocket to play in, and that means the rifles remain intact. Util's going to be swatted down out of their faces, and wall up to see if G2 can play in towards it. TP, Mazzino barely getting out of dodge, barely alive, but it comes down to the sharper shooting and sharper aim at that. Collecting up, corralling up these
close
kills.
plant.
The players are dropped just like that. MIBR, they find their way to that 12th round.
What a complete dismantling of that C defensive setup. G2, 2 players posted on top of it. A high-low, broken almost immediately. This is a 4v5 recovery from MIBR. That prediction from Mazzino as to where Leaf had disappeared to, and the fact that both of the defensive players split in opposite directions against the Paranoia.
Come on. I have to turn Verno up, hold on.
So those hours of Omen gameplay knows the limits of the agent. MIBR now on the precipice.
With an Aspas ult. And facing a double Bucky and a Sheriff, the buy is so bad.
Yeah, the Aspas ult is one thing.
12-8, double Bucky, double Vandal.
TP, unaccounted for, not broken. Mazzino gets all that space towards back sight. Deep push, it's reactive plays. Texas making sure to account for it with Leaf dropped. He's cut out the picture now.
I mean, it's gonna be a done round, right? No good ult on the side of G2.
G2.
You need to hope Valen, Baby, and Jogma just do damage, or Trent like has like a god round.
Gotta hope that mistakes are made.
Likely, probably not, because like you have Ray's ult, Neon ult. If they, the second they start the retake, it's actually cooked.
Line now.
There's the first line of pressure. There's the second line of pressure. Wait, stun Loki, nice. Oh my god, if it kills second, there's a chance.
One kill. Barely there with a second. It's
Weird plant spot, no time, GG.
It might just be done. Baby Bay can only do so much in a spot like that. 13-8 is the finish. MIBR. Absolute blinding pace that they play Lotus at, and they take it away. The first map in this series.
The double duelist look for MIBR, so clean, and that's G2's map pick. A map that coming back into the pool is almost like home territory for G2.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
MIBR
chat, I
kind of
cannot watch
blasted
map
them, to be
2.
honest.
I am reading you guys in the
Ever since
curse.
round 6, fully in control.
He's in Minecraft.
G2, they've won 4.
I think you know he's chatted, lurked, subbed, bidded, donated, followed, watched. I'll try to watch tomorrow. Can I guarantee watching tomorrow? I have no idea. I'll try my best to though.
Practice for this occasion. They're looking to go one step further, potentially get their revenge for what happened in kickoff.
Let's let you guys read it out. Oh my god. Leak.